Welcome back for the final time here today on Inside Tiger Football. Playoffs are here. We've chatted about what led to this moment. One, all year long, but two, a little bit today, of course. And now we get a chance to look into your head as far as prep for it, because you know your opponent, you know your matchup. It's Deer Creek on the slate, and it's a team that has had a really tough schedule coming down to the stretch of their season. They've struggled with that schedule as well. Maybe an opportunity to see some weaknesses there, but I know you, and you're focused on how this team can be the hottest it can be going into whoever you're playing in that round number one. Just talk about the deep breath that you and your staff took coming into a week like this, and what that's looked like so far.
Yeah, it wasn't a relaxation deep breath. It was a satisfaction deep breath. Deer Creek is a winning program. I know those coaches pretty well over there. Worked with a couple of them in the past. It seems like we're playing another Division I quarterback every week. This one's special. They've got a couple really high-level receivers, and that's what makes that offense go. Defensively, very, very dynamic on defense. Excellent tacklers, hard hitting, weight room junkies. I mean, it's evident. Those guys are strong and powerful, and they're very sound in what they do. Scheme-wise, very well coached and executed at a high level. So that's our challenge. We got to go on the road, go to their place. They get to host because they're a higher seed, but we like playing on the road.
Yeah, I look at playoffs for high school students and true student athletes. These guys have to be just like college athletes have to be. There's a lot going on in life, but this is life in the moment, and that's that playoff game. That's your whole life. That's the approach you want to take in those moments. But I look at a coach like you who's been in the playoffs before and has seen how players handle that. What are some things that maybe change about players that is a positive going into the playoffs, whether it be just that extra gear? And then maybe what are some things you've seen that have changed about players that is really for the negative, maybe changing who they are as a player just because it might be the playoffs and trying to stay within their job and within their self? What's that experience been like trying to make sure you get the best out of guys?
Well, I guess the negative could be something we've talked about before is a guy presses too much and tries to do extra, which sometimes extra makes a guy go outside of his job. And anytime you go outside of your job, you compromise what the scheme is. I haven't seen much of that in weeks. Our guys are dialed into doing their jobs. And then you have a game like we just had, and they see the success that doing your job brings. As far as going into the playoffs, I think the urgency is a little bit more real. Those seniors, it's more real for them all season than it is, a junior or sophomore. But now that you're at the point where you win or you go home, it's just more tangible. So we've always had great practices this year. This week's on another level. Just the sense of urgency that it's win it, with it or on it is what we talk about. So win or die.
Yeah, I look at maybe some of the names that are on this roster as well that have been a part of won this program in a big way. But looking at last year's playoff game, it was a close game. Could have gone either way at one point in that football game for sure. But at the end of the day, it was a taste in the mouth of some of these guys that they're wanting to get out of and kind of rewrite their own history here in year number 2.
Yeah, you always want to win your last game. And if you've been on the other end of that, which most teams are, there's only one that gets to win it all. There's that point where you look up and you see zeros on the time of the scoreboard, and it hits you that it's over. Last year we had a chance to win that game on the road against Norman and didn't get it done. And those guys that are seniors now or maybe are juniors and played as sophomores, they remember what that feels like, and nobody wants to feel that.
Yeah, I have been impressed with what the underclassmen have done with your team this year. That's been kind of a point that we've made all year long, but they get to grow up quite a bit in just a 48-minute game here. Maybe exponentially more so than they've done all 10 regular season games, and I bet you're excited for that too.
I am, and you've seen the progression. Those sophomores that are playing aren't sophomores anymore. Corey Sango, in my mind, is not a freshman anymore. All our junior starters, in my mind, they're seniors now. So they've got 10 games under their belt, not to mention fall camp, scrimmages, whatnot. We say new season. Well, these guys are growing up, and you see it in how they're preparing. I'm anxious to see it on Friday night.
I look at this bracket too. It's been kind of fun to look outside of just the matchup for Broken Arrow. You've probably taken a peek at it as well, in a sense. Know what that path might look like down the stretch, just at a glance. But what are your thoughts on 6A football here in this northeast area of the state? Because there's some shakeups, but at the same time, there's probably a lot on there that I think a lot of people expected. I think Edmond Memorial's a team that can make a big splash. Of course, Norman can make a big splash. I think kind of people look up and go, oh, I forgot that Norman has basically lost, I believe, only one game this year.
Beat Bixby.
Yeah, and they beat Bixby. Jenks is, Jenks is Jenks, and they're still going to be right there in the mix. And what are your thoughts just on the bracket this year and what it's kind of going to look like?
We talk about this in the office at times, but it's almost like all the teams in our league this year, the parity this year is unbelievable. But all the teams in our league this year, it's almost like if they're going to win a state championship at their school, this is the year.
Yeah.
Senior leadership, talented quarterbacks, Edmond Memorial. This is their year. Norman, this is their year. Even Edmond Santa Fe, who didn't make the playoffs, had one of the most talented defenses we've seen. Had a running back that led the state with 1,400 yards rushing. He's got 500 more rushing yards than anybody else.
I think a lot of these playoff teams wish they could have gotten them at some kind of trade deadline or something,
no kidding.
But you can't do it. So.
It's wild. It's been one of the most interesting years as far as the parity. And it'll be interesting to see how this thing plays out.
Yeah, one last thought about your team going into this playoff game, maybe something that's most important to emphasize to kids prior to hitting the field as well for what's going to be a fun one on Friday night. Everybody's going to be tuned in, whether they be there in person or, of course, watching on ArrowVision, and what your outlook is on a game against Deer Creek and their identity a little bit.
Routine. We know how to pregame prepare. We know what we've got to do in-game, and so nothing has changed in that sense. Obviously, there's a sense of urgency that's boiling up, but trying to keep things as routine as possible. Practice schedule's the same, team meals the same, travel routine's the same, pregame will be the same, and it's another game. Now, there's high stakes, but emphasizing that we're going to go do us is always the message. Go 1-0. We're not even worried about the bracket. Go 1-0, and then we get to earn the right to play another one.
There you go. Deer Creek, in some of what you've seen from Deer Creek this year, they've had their major success story, especially earlier in the middle portion of the season. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've struggled as of late for sure, but they're a good football team. You know that, and that's something you throw out the window, I assume.
Yeah, they haven't struggled. The teams they lost to were Jenks, Bixby, and Norman.
Yeah.
Those might be the three best teams in the whole league right now. So those are their only losses.
It's kind of like you get a chance to play playoffs with a freebie in a sense.
Sure.
If you're a team like Deer Creek, you drop that first one, but hey, you might see them again, and you've learned a lot. And so that's why I definitely say it's almost like you have to throw that out the window. They're struggling, but they played one of the hardest schedules to end the season that anybody has here. Yeah,
I think they literally finished with those three teams and played them well. Were physical matchups, and they came out on the short end. They were also down their best receiver. He didn't play in those 3 games. We expect him to be back. They're a very, very good football team, but we love the matchup. We think we match up well with them.
Well, we'll get a chance to see that, of course, on Friday night. It'll be an opportunity to take on Deer Creek. First round of the playoffs. Second round, of course, we'll preview that if BA is able to get there. You'll have to tune in just a little bit early for that game as well. We'll have some pregame breakdown on what the playoffs will look like, the whole bracket, as well as this matchup in particular on ArrowVision. Of course, I want to thank head coach Josh Blankenship for being on the show. It is a mentality of 1-0 this week as the playoffs will start. This has been an edition of Inside Tiger Football brought to you by Rib Crib. Welcome into this edition of Broken Arrow Tiger Football, brought to you through ArrowVision as we see what is the postseason finally upon us and dawning down the final supermoon of the calendar year to the southeast as well as it lights up what is the spotlight of the evening for the Broken Arrow community. It is the Tigers and the Antlers taking on one another in round 1 of the 2024 playoffs. Welcome in, everybody. Myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me, Maurice Wallace, and, of course, downstairs later on, Madison Dildine.
It is that time of year. The air feels a little bit more crisp than it normally does, and it's because it is the postseason, and it is something that, well, Broken Arrow had punched last year and a bad taste in their mouth from a one-possession loss that they try to redeem this year, just in a different county in a sense.
Well, yes. I mean, we're back out west, and, you have to take care of business out here out west. It wasn't ideal coming out here, but, hey, we have to take care of business. Like I said, Luke, it's one of those deals that we didn't take care of business like we should have during the season. But, hey, we still punched the ticket into the playoffs, and we're right here. We're here in Deer Creek tonight, home of the Antlers, and we're here to upset some fans and upset a community and get back home and get to week 2 of the second season.
Well, your memory becomes quite short when you have the performance you did just 1 week ago. The Tigers ended a losing streak and got back in the win column just at the right time against Westmore in dominant fashion as well. You forget a lot about maybe some things that you haven't quite executed on when you have a win like that, and that's what you want your kids to have coming into tonight. What are your thoughts just about a victory like that? What did you see out of this team that maybe got perfected in a sense compared to weeks prior? And I think at the end of the day, it's a mental game as well in the postseason. You have that advantage coming off of a big win like that.
Well, number one is the confidence. I mean, I think that was a big confidence game for us last week, Luke. But also the physicality, the way we ran the football, the way our offensive line played, and most importantly, the way our running backs ran. I know I alluded to it during the game. They ran physical, and that was big time for us last week. And the way the defense responded after giving up the certain amount of points that they did in the 3 weeks prior to the Westmore game, it wasn't ideal. It wasn't what we look forward to this season. But, I mean, coming back and only giving up 7 points, even though, I've said, on the car ride home last week, that 7 points was given up to the second team. So really there was a shutout to our first team, and as a defensive guy myself, I would like to call out a shutout by the defense. But I mean, the physicality, and I think we have to continue that this week and continue to run the football. It is November. Obviously, like I said before, the turf is prevalent in 6A football now, but when the grass is brown, you got to run the football, and you got to have great quarterback play. And tonight, I think the game comes down on the shoulders of Jeremiah Satimba and the defense. He has to lead us to victory, and he has to do it the right way, and we have to put it on his shoulders tonight, and he has to be the leader.
Turning our attention, of course, from black and gold to blue and white tonight, Deer Creek no slouch at all. In fact, they had probably what you could consider one of the toughest schedules, not just in the state, but the region in the last 3 games of the year. Bixby, Jenks, you've got Norman as well. These are teams that you don't take lightly. Deer Creek, they lost those games, but they played them tight at times, and they were competitive in those games. Deer Creek is a team that, has already had a playoff preview in a sense for themselves, and they come in tonight not wanting their season to end early. What have you seen out of Deer Creek, and what does this team look like identity-wise in your eyes?
And I did. I mean, they're athletic. I mean, a lot of the teams over here out west are athletic. I think they got the receivers to get into some seams and get into the open areas of our secondary, but it comes down to how they protect up front. They do a lot of 5-man protection, so I think if we send 6 or 7 to play, we should be okay. But their quarterback's going to be the play also. I mean, it comes out of them too. Like I said, Jeremiah and Deer Creek's quarterback is fabulous in himself. He's a D1 commit to Georgia Tech, so them two dueling it out tonight should be a good one tonight.
Certainly so. Black and gold versus blue and white. Some violence here today starting at 7 that might leave some black and blue as we look forward to kickoff. Moments away, here about 15 minutes from nearing such things. We'll take a break. When we do come back, we will preview a little bit more about what this matchup looks like, get to the lineups, and see what the Big Biscuit had on the plates for us here this week just as well. We'll be back.
Hey Tiger fans, I'm Madison Dillvan with ArrowVision, and we're standing outside of the Big Biscuit Broken Arrow located at Lynn Lane and the Broken Arrow Expressway to bring you this week's edition of the Big Biscuit Blitz, where the ArrowVision crew breaks down tonight's game in 60 seconds. Let's check it out.
Hey Tiger fans, welcome into this edition of the Big Biscuit Blitz, where we break down this week's matchup. Very unique matchup. It's playoffs now. The Golden Ball is on its way for somebody here in the state. Keys against Deer Creek on the road.
Basic keys, 1-0 mindset going into the second season of the year right here. Also, what we need to do is understand that we need to run the football. I mean, it is November. That's what you do in the playoffs is run the football. Keep the quarterback contained. Make sure he doesn't get out the pocket and pick us apart. We should come out on top in this game.
The playoffs start this week, Friday night. Make sure you're there. Of course, if you can't be there in person, ArrowVision is the place to catch the game. Let's dig into these great dishes here at Big Biscuit again.
Get into my belly.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. There is nothing like teaching about the rewards in life, like catching that first big fish. Now they can learn about other rewards by opening up my first savings account just for them. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back to ArrowVision. This edition of Broken Arrow Tiger football is, well, the first edition of the postseason this year. So we thank you for joining us here tonight. Myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me, Maurice Wallace and Madison Dildine later on downstairs. Introduce you to what is, of course, the opening moments of this one. National anthem over with, a beautiful rendition, and we are set for kickoff in a little under 10 minutes. Ideas are out there on the table for both coaching staffs in this one. We'll get to see it between the gridiron tonight, but individuals that stick out to you on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the field as well, that really are going to make an impact in this one tonight.
Oh, I like the Trey kid, Trey Langley, the linebacker from Deer Creek. I think he's a very talented kid. I think you have to game plan around him. Whatever we do as far as running the football, we have to be able to block him and prevent him from making the plays. Obviously, for us, it just comes down to our running game. Comes down to Agent Zero, Octavian. Comes down to Caden Lawless, Cowboy, and obviously Sango backing them up. But the offensive line. But once again, it's the timber. I mean, just like I said before, the two quarterbacks. It's going to be them tonight. Defense and quarterbacks is what gets you through the playoffs in 6A-1 football and a good running game. But it's going to come down to the offensive line and the running game and being physical, Luke. We got to be physical.
Well, let's talk about that quarterback position as well. What have you seen out of Satemba in his first year as a true starter that has led him to, well, the biggest moment of his high school career here tonight? He's grown a lot in ways, still has a lot to learn as he's not quite a senior yet. He can grow from there, but he's going to have to be the guy tonight, like you said.
Well, it's a lot of ups and downs, and that's what you're going to get out of a first-year starter. But right now, it's the second season, and right now, he's not a junior. He's a senior. The way I look at it right now, it's playoff time. You have to step it up. You have to minimize your mistakes. You have to have zero mistakes when it comes to a playoff game like this. When both teams are evenly matched, regardless of the record, you got to throw him out. But he has to show what he can do and put himself on the map tonight and just limit the mistakes, lead the team, be the guy that he can be, lead the team down the field methodically or however the offense wants to do it tonight, whether we want to start out fast or whether we want to methodically move the ball down the field. Satemba has to be that guy to lead us to victory tonight.
The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, they put their faith and trust in a commit out of this Deer Creek quarterback as well. He'll be a Yellow Jacket, and tonight he's focused on being an Antler and getting a win, too. He's no easy task to deal with tonight.
No, he can sling it. He can also run the football if he has to, but he's also a guy that's a true leader, and I think that's what we try to see when it comes to Timba. He's the guy that's going to come out here and he's smart. I like what he does. If you take his first read away, he will get to his second read. He can keep his eyes up. He's not worried about the pressure, and he's a big game quarterback. He's tested, like you said earlier. He's faced Bigsby, Jinx, and Norman the last 3 out of 4 games. So he's battle tested. So.
No doubt. Of course, Grady Adamson, 6'3", 219 pounds in that quarterback room. No slouch for the rest of the room as well. Casey Olmstead, Colby Christensen, and more. We'll take a break. When we do come back, we will be in a position where reality will set in for our kickoff moments away. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. We are live at Tiger Field in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. And now, 4 quarters of Broken Arrow Tiger football. It's time!
Positioning ourselves for what is Deer Creek and Broken Arrow to take on one another in round 1 of this 6A postseason. The winner the road runs through Owasso. They're next up for either of these teams, as the Owasso Rams will be the host of round number 2. They get the bye for being very much so the best team on paper and on the field here this year. It's going to be tough to go through them, but your focus, of course, tonight, if you're a Tiger or if you're an Antler, is this matchup right here as we get set for coin toss upcoming.
Yeah, and what the key is tonight is which defense is going to get multiple stops tonight. I think whoever's the team that gets multiple stops should win this ball game.
We'll send it down to Madison, who has more with the coin toss of sights and sounds here in just a moment.
The playoffs, fellas. We expect good sportsmanship tonight, okay? White talk to white, black talk to black. If we have any questions, come into somebody in stripes and we'll help you out, okay? Broken Arrow, you're the visitors. You're going to have the toss. That's heads. That's tails. That's tails. That's heads. What are you going to call?
Heads.
He's calling heads. It is heads. You've won the toss.
Receive.
You want to receive? Which way would you like to kick? Kick that way. All right, turn your back to this goal. You got to turn your back to you.
So it sounded as if Deer Creek looked to have won the coin toss. I believe Deer Creek will be
Broken Arrow's going to receive.
Broken Arrow's going to receive. That's right. So deferring to the second half will be, of course, Deer Creek. They want to, of course, kick towards the north, I believe, here. So about 2 minutes away from kickoff as we will see the rest of the Antlers march on out. And we'll set the scene one last time here before kickoff. 1:53 to go on our clock right now. And Mo, I think one thing that you can point out about the postseason is something that head coach Josh Blankenship had mentioned, and that's sometimes you have guys that play out of character just because of the moment being big. You need guys playing their role, and you need them doing their job more than anything.
Oh, yeah, and it's a time where you have to have laser focus. I've said it before. It's laser focus. It's playoff time. You're chasing something that we haven't had since 2018. Deer Creek is doing the same thing. They've never had one in their history of their school. So, but you have to have that laser focus. You can't make mistakes because it's like baseball. Every pitch matters. Every out matters. So in football, every rep, every play matters. Every tackle matters. So who's going to make the best? Who's going to make the least mistakes in this ball game tonight? Will come out victorious in this first round OSSAA playoff game.
Well, Broken Arrow certainly just by name alone holds a lot of weight in the region, and I think that can come with pressure for sure. Tonight, it feels as if somehow there's a little bit less pressure on the shoulders of Broken Arrow, who have made the playoffs despite having not the best year. But at the end of the day, it's a new, fresh season. As you mentioned, everybody's 0-0 and has to earn it. And I think the Tigers can come in here with an idea of playing spoiler that maybe they haven't played with all year.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're coming into somebody else's house. You know, the pressure's not on you. The pressure's on them. It's one of those deals I always say. You want to go into somebody's house, open up the door, sit on the couch, make a sandwich. Hey, let's get busy, you know. And you got to take it from these guys. I mean, a lot of people will say, hey, this is a 6A-2 school. They're still playing 6A-1 football. They're in 6A-1 football, and you still got to go out here and beat them, and they're on your schedule. They're on your playoff schedule, so let's go out here and take care of business, and let's see what we can do tonight.
So Deer Creek will be kicking right to left. Left to right will the Tigers be going here on the screen for those that are listening and not able to catch it with their eyes here tonight. It is back deep to return. I believe that is Caden Lawless on the right side top of your screen. And Tayshawn Jones-Wade near side back deep to return as well as one of the options. So 29 and 19.
No, I think that's
it might be actually Zane Matthews-Boudreau. Zane Matthews-Boudreau, why not put him back there after the way he started the game off with fireworks 1 week ago?
And Luke, expect the same kickoff return that we seen last week if Zane Matthews-Boudreau gets it again. Looks like he's going to let it go into the end zone.
It'll go into the end zone, and yes, officially the postseason is underway. 12 minutes on the clock. First quarter opportunity for Jeremiah Satemba in what is his junior season and his first year as a true starter to take the field in a playoff game. In his career, number one in black and white tonight is going to have to be a key player, not only in the passing game, but I think he has to be one of the smartest players on the field today. Don't try to do too much. Don't force the football early, and make sure you play smart football.
Let the game come to him. I mean, he's coming out of the bat cave. He's Bruce Wayne coming out of the bat cave. He's Batman right now, so let's go out and take care of business in this first series. And let's get 6 on the board and show Deer Creek that we're here to play tonight.
It is a team led by seniors, yes. through leadership, but also led by a lot of underclassmen, that being Octavian Roberson in the backfield as well. He takes the first carry of the postseason, breaks by one man. Roberson has some space to the outside along the left. Roberson, he's near midfield. There he goes past the 40, chipping his way on inside and taking off. Ball might have been loose for a moment, but Broken Arrow's going to have it, no problem. Octavian Roberson in the first play from scrimmage.
That is beautiful. The way he cut back against the grain, got to the far sideline, visitor sideline there, and that's how we do it as we're going tempo right now.
Inside the 30-yard line.
Cowboys in and running back now. That gets Octavian close to 1,000 yards if he's not already past it right now. So that gets him to 1,000 yards for his 24 season.
Octavian Roberson on the first carry had to take off to the sideline, gassed after gashing the Antlers out of the gate.
And Luke, just like last week against Westmore, you start off the game with a kickoff return. Now you start off the game with the play that you know you've been practicing all week long. You know that's going to be the first play you run. So you do what you have to do. You get the big yardage that you get, and that's how we start off fast, and that's how we win ball games.
First down and 15 after the infraction here for the Tigers, so it sets up 1st and 15 from just outside of the 30 at the 32-yard line. Rolling on out is Satemba. Quick throw out wide to Zane Matthews-Boudreau. There is a flag on the play. It's going to be on the defense most likely due to the fact that they allowed the play to play out. And Zane Matthews-Boudreau will look to be negated in a sense on his short catches. The Tigers might be taking more.
I like the patience by Satemba right there, seeing what he wanted to see downfield. Looks like we got a false start.
Never mind, false start, so they just didn't blow it dead there.
Yeah, so.
As it will be a little bit of a shot in the dark here for the Tigers on first down to try to climb back. Roberson picks up a massive gain on first.
Well, and this is something that we talked about on the way down here, Luke. I mean, Roberson's back in again. So this is something we talked about. I mean, we get a big play. It's playoff time. You gotta capitalize on the big play. And right now we're at 1st and 20, but I think we're running the football right back at her again. And we got about a
brought down by number 48, Ryan Shields.
So Tigers chip away in a sense.
And we're still good right now. I mean, we're in the second down play right now, Luke. So I mean, we're fine. He's going, look like he's going to Zane right there.
Back to the original line of scrimmage and a little bit more. So sets up 3rd down and what will have to be a clutch situation. Look, Tigers, they haven't put a ton of confidence in their kicking game this year per se, but you got to have everybody clicking on all cylinders, and this might be a moment where you have to trust that kicking game. Who knows? But the Tigers have been going for it on 4th down in situations like this, especially if they pick up about half of what they need. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's 2-down territory right here on this 3rd and 8 play.
Roberson cuts inside and will pick up about at least half of what he needed. If not, he's going to be about a couple yards short. 4th down, and what was a drive that started off brilliantly with a 50-plus yard pickup is going to come down to a 4th and 2, whether or not it's going to get points.
No, and they're right here. This is a good move right here by Coach Blankenship and his offensive staff. We got Cowboy in. I mean, look for either a power counter play right here or probably a little play action pass to get Jeremiah in a run pass situation right here. Might be quarterback sneak.
Tigers pitch it out wide. It's Lawless to dive on ahead. Is he short?
He's
that
short by
is
one.
Going to be a yard short, and the Deer Creek Antlers get off the field facing adversity early. They get the ball back in a scoreless game. Huge play in a playoff game right there.
Well, and I'm not going to knock the play call right there. I mean, I think there's a little blocking that has to happen out there on the edge for us to get the first down. But the way I look at it, Luke, I mean, it's 4th and short, 2 yards. Let's go ahead and get downhill on that play, and let's show the physicality we showed last week against Westmore, and get the ball downhill and get the first down there. But now we got first down Deer Creek at about the 20-yard line, 18-yard line to be exact.
So flipping the field on the Antlers are the Tigers. So field position 1 here right now for Broken Arrow. First play from scrimmage picks up quite a bit. 2nd down and short.
And Deer Creek looks like they're going to do what's been trying to give us fits this year, and that's with the now screens. You know, you get the ball laterally to a receiver. You two outside receivers try to get blocks downfield. So that's a gain of 5 right there. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5. Second and medium here on the snap and a handoff. It's Yombi up the middle. He's shut down at the line of scrimmage. And the Tigers defense will set up a third down and clutch situation for the Antlers deep in their territory.
And one thing I can say, Luke, I mean, if Deer Creek is going to win this ball game, I think they'll have to do it kind of in the air, but they're going to have to stay balanced and stay true to their run game, because I think we can handle them up front with Gabe Manning taking care of business at the zero technique.
Snap here and a release. Ball pops off of the hands of the intended receiver, and there it is. 3 and out. The Tigers defense steps up in a big spot, and you know what? I think a lot of people have been looking at this Tigers defense to step up as of late, and a first series play like that means a lot.
That's big time. And one thing I did see on film from Deer Creek is they do drop the ball a little bit more than I anticipated watching whenever I started watching film this week. So that does surprise me if they dropped that play right there. It looks like that receiver wanted to run the football before he actually caught the pass. Good punt.
Fantastic punt. Will be inside the 15-yard line. Flag is thrown here way on the opposite side of the field. Could be a sideline infraction potentially, but we will have that question answered officially here in just a moment. Scoreless game here. 9:13 left in the first. Both teams have had their chances. The Tigers marched down for a close to 60-yard drive out of the gate. It resulted in no points after a 4th and 2. Came up short. And the Tigers force a 3 and out on the defense. We'll send it down to Madison for what she's seen here so far.
Thanks, Luke. Yeah, guys, Coach Pruitt was telling his guys, hey, on the line, they're exactly what they thought we were going to be. They're not any good at the line of scrimmage. He asked them, they said no. You know, they're just guys. Luke?
There you go, a confident Broken Arrow team as far as demanding ownership of the trenches here tonight, and they're going to have to prove that each and every round as we go. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the play on first. That's up second and, well, about the same.
Well, and like I've said it before, Luke, I mean, your program starts in the trenches, whether it's offensive line and defensive line and playoff time. I mean, championship teams, they do it up front, and I think these big uglies, I actually like to call them brick pretties, have to take care of business tonight.
Big pretties for sure. They can play ugly at times in the sense of what their job role consists of, and a decent run here will set up third and manageable.
Nice little zone play right there by Octavian. Got 7 yards for a third and manageable. Third and short right here. Bringing in, look like they got a Cowboy coming in. So once again, this is going to be one of those plays. I like to see us go downhill on this, Luke. It's short yardage play. Let's show the physicality that I speak of all the time that we need to show.
Playing downhill, it'll be Satemba to roll out. He throws. It will be St. Matthews Boudreau having this one come off of his fingertips. And moments like that are going to be moments this Tigers offense is going to want to look back on and know they need to execute. It's 4th and 3 and a punt obvious here upcoming.
Yeah, you got to catch that pass right there. I mean, you got open room right there. You got Green in front of you. You catch that pass, you get upfield, it's a first down. So watch for some tricky stuff right here with our punt formation. Looks like Deer Creek is prepared for it, but we still got many fakes off this punt formation.
No doubt, nobody deep here right now for the Antlers to receive, and so Satemba's kick is going to be relatively short. Won't be able to flip the field indeed. 39-yard line is where that ball is going to land. 8:05 to go in the first quarter. We've had 3 series so far, 2 for the Tigers, 1 for the Antlers, and nobody's gotten anything done yet.
And right there's your multiple stops, and that's what I talked about in the pregame. Who's going to have multiple stops? And it's one of those deals that now Deer Creek is in a situation now they have the ball in Broken Arrow territory, how they're going to capitalize on it. So we'll see what our defense could do here in this series right here, Luke.
They certainly have gifted themselves in that regard. Grady Adamson will stand in the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket commit. He hands this one off to his running back, and it is stopped after a pickup of about 3 yards. Cole Lamont on the stop.
Yeah, Cole Lamont's had a monster season this year, 120-plus tackles on the season. He's going to be a guy that's going to be up for all district honors and questionably probably a lot of votes for All-State, but we'll see as that goes along. But he's definitely, to me, should be an all-district player.
Adamson takes this snap and another handoff wide side to the left. Missing an open field tackle there. The Tigers will finally collapse on this one near the 20.
So that's 2 missed tackles right there, and you got to make those tackles right there on the edge, on the perimeter, and that's going to be the thing right now. If we can just make those tackles where we need to make those tackles at the point of impact, we should be okay. But that's what Deer Creek's going to do. I mean, obviously they see something in the running game. They want to stay true to the running game. Obviously I thought they was going to come out and throw the football a little bit more, but obviously they want to come out here and run the football right at us.
Lamar Davis taking the handoff left side. He's wrapped up and brought down where he stands after a gain of a handful, at least 5 yards on the pickup, it looks like.
I got John Brohl, Nate Martin, and Don Fryer on that play right there. So great job by Don coming up at the corner spot. Great job by John Brohl, the second. He's always hustling. That's what he does at his position. He's always going to get downhill, get lateral as a defensive lineman.
Adamson rips this pass inside the 5-yard line. It's caught for what will be a first down and goal at the 4.
Okay, looks like he got behind. Looks like we got Don had deep thirds right there. Crosby had a little flat action. He got behind in between those two guys right there. Got behind Fryer in front of behind Crosby and in front of Fryer for the first down right there inside the 5-yard line.
So, first down and goal and relatively short at the 4-yard line. Adamson takes the snap, patience the handoff up the middle, diving towards the end zone, and a touchdown. The Antlers are in to start the scoring tonight, and the postseason officially underway for these two.
Okay, and the thing about it is right there, I mean, they just went straight off tackle right there, went straight at Broken Arrow. They went mano a mano, said our guys are better than your guys so far right now, and they got to 6 points on the board.
Extra point upcoming to make it a 7-0 start for the Antlers. They are 1 for 2 on their drives as far as their success rate goes. Flipping the field position and it paying off. Kick is no problem. 7-0. We'll take a break here on ArrowVision. When we come back, the Tigers have the ball for the 3rd time tonight. 0 for 2 so far. We'll be back.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Tigers and Antlers here on ArrowVision. 6:39 left in the first quarter. We thank you for joining us here this evening. The playoffs are underway, as we, of course, have appreciated everybody joining us all year long. And you get an extra week here as well, and potentially more so, depending on tonight's results, as St. Matthews Boudreaux as this one go past him for a touchback. And as, of course, we got the report on Octavian Roberson hitting 4 digits on his sophomore campaign, over 1,000 yards, 1,019.
And that's big time for a sophomore right there. Obviously, that's something that I know that was their goal coming into the game. They were going to let Octavian be the load, carry the load until he got 1,000 yards. So that's a goal for him, and not only him and the team. So big shout out to that offensive line and Octavian for getting 1,000 yards on the season. But hey, the most important thing, Luke, is to get this victory tonight. And right now, we had a big play on that first series. We played behind the chains. Let's see if we can go up and play ahead of the chains to get 6 points on the board and tie this game up.
Direct snap here. That was the option, and there seemed to be an early start on the Tigers' side. A disciplined team is what the Tigers are needing to be here tonight on the road against Deer Creek for sure.
So, yeah,
and they haven't been.
They haven't been, and we have to settle down. I mean, we have to settle down. We can't have the ants in the pants. We have to hold our water. Just be patient. Understand the scheme. Understand what's going on. Understand the situation, and know you're going to defeat your guy up front anyway.
Tigers dominate what is the yardage game here so far as a team. Octavian Roberson soaking up all of that, 71 yards on the ground. St. Matthews Boudreaux 7 yards through the air. Yet they're down 7-0 in the scoreboard, 6:22 and counting to go. Second down and long, 14 exact. Roberson will split out wide near side to the right of Satemba in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, fakes this one, his option. He'll swing out and have more options now. And the option he elects to go with, running this one into an area where now a lot can be done with the playbook here on a 3rd and 7. What will they go with?
And his read was Tayshawn Jones-Wade right there, and Tayshawn was actually double covered by their corner and their top safety right there. It looks like Deer Creek is running 3 high safeties to try to put a little pressure on and not make the top be blown off as Tayshawn and Zane can do. But we just have to do a better job of getting the ball to them and looking at other receivers. I mean, obviously Garcia and Keaton Johnson in at the slot, and inside receivers, Keaton Johnson.
Satemba dropping back, has pressure on him. He'll take off. He's got the first down, no problem. He's just going to go down after he picks it up, maybe a yard or two extra. And Satemba will keep the drive alive and move the chains.
And that's what's going to happen tonight. Obviously, you got to make that pocket for Satemba. Satemba has to see what he sees downfield. If he doesn't like it, catch a lane, get upfield, play for another down.
Smart football by the quarterback here for the Tigers tonight, Jeremiah Satemba, in his first playoff game, in his first true starting season, trying to lead his team for some points for the first time tonight. It is a handoff, now pitch wide out to Zane Matthews-Boudreau, who's going to tiptoe his way back to what looks like just the original line of scrimmage. So second down and 10, despite the reverse.
And I like them putting Octavian in the slot. I would, you got to show different looks, move them around, move their defense around, get their defense's eyes moving. I think Blank is setting something up right here, so we'll see what we have on this second down play.
Presence on the line here along the right side, near side of your screen, as Roberson is offset to the left. He'll rotate now near side to the right. Satemba in the shotgun, and movement here is going to cause another issue for the Tigers offense. Second down and what will be seemingly 16 to go, causing issues again on the line.
We got a little movement right there up front on the line. JJ kind of got a little antsy right there, popped up on his stance, and they called false start right there.
So Satemba, 5 yards previous from where he was, will roll out. Will he throw across his body? He decides to take off and run. Satemba picks up quite a bit. It'll be third down and about 7 where they were at just moments ago to pick up here.
And they're not going to let BA right now. Currently, right now, they're not going to let BA blow the top off the coverage. So Satemba just has to do what he has to do. If he doesn't see it, if he doesn't like it, get upfield. I like what I see so far. But we have to stop playing behind the chains. Too many flags so far in this first quarter have hurt us. Third down and 7. This is a big down for us right here.
Snap, and Satemba will drop back. Picked up the first with his legs last time. Throws towards the sideline, and a catchable football is popping off of the hands and out of bounds. And again, the Tigers on a third down situation drop a football to end a drive, and that's back-to-back drives now in that same spot.
Back-to-back drives, that same spot. Another situation where we dropped the football that could have been a potential first down. We have to catch the football. If you're going to throw the football in this type of weather, I know it's a little chilly outside, but it's still above 30 degrees, so you still have to catch the football as we flip the field here on this punt.
Satemba sends it away. Decent bounce in the Tigers' favor. It's going to drop, and looks like there is no flag on the play. So
no flag on that. That's okay. It's it's playoff time.
It's playoff time, and
he's
near the football.
You got to take it to somebody. The way I look at it is, if that's what's going to happen right here, you got to take it to somebody, and that looks like to me that Deer Creek wants it more than BA right now. So we can't keep our heads down. We have to put them up, and we have to stop them right here on this drive. This is a very important drive. You don't want to be down by 14.
Tigers have not been very successful in the passing game due to some drop passes here as of late. We'll see what adjustments can be made as far as finding execution in their offense. Defense has to get back on track here, down 7-0. Double-digit possession leads are tough in the postseason to overcome. Deer Creek out of the gate on first down is stopped after at least 5, if not 6 on first.
Sitting at 5 right there, big hit right there, even though it's about a 5-yard gain. They're going, like I said, they're going to throw the football laterally. They want to see what we want to do, try to get us coming downfield, try to see us triggering, so get our eyes moving, triggering downhill, so they can pop the top on us. But that's just an extension of the run play right there.
Grady Adamson changes things up at the line. He'll drop on back into the shotgun. Running back off to his right. Quick screen pass quickly out wide. It's caught. And getting on up for the first and to the outside. Utilizing that edge, reversing the route he was running afterwards. Helps him out. 3:54 to go here in the first.
Sitting at 5 on that last play. Ran a little now play right there. Now screen. He catches it. Gets up. Gets back lateral right there. Fakes him out, gets around the corner on Don. Don's got to stay outside on that play. Don has to stay outside as Hudson Law was coming inside. He's got to stay outside to prevent that big play.
That was Jalen Davis on the catch and the run. Good stop of the run game by this Tigers offensive front. our defensive front, that is, rather. And it'll set up 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10.
3:35 and counting here left in the first. Grady Adamson, we have seen the kind of arm strength that he's been able to present here today. Has not necessarily stretched the field yet, but will we see that later on? Pitch out wide. It looks to be Davis again on the catch, and the run goes for just 2 yards. Great open field tackle there. 3rd and, well, now difficult.
Yeah, big play by Nick Miles right there, because if he doesn't make the tackle right there, that's a big gain for Deer Creek. So he did the right thing, went low, stopped his momentum, and now we're running the 3rd and long play right now.
3rd down and long. Tigers have had a difficult time defensively this year getting off the field on 3rd downs, as this is a big moment to try to reverse course in that regard. Westmore, a ton of success, however, in that scenario just 1 week ago, trying to carry over that momentum. Adamson wants to throw. He'll do so. Wobbly throw, and it's incomplete. And the Tigers most likely will get off the field in one of the biggest spots of the night.
That's big time right there. He got a little too excited right there. Had a guy right in the middle of the coverage. A little bit too high on that pass right there. Got too excited, seeing the guy wide open, and just couldn't complete the pass. Big stop by our defense. Now we got to go out here and answer it on offense right now.
So the Tigers offense will get another shot here in moments in what will be their 4th drive. They've come up short of the first 3. Deer Creek about to send this one away via the punt, and got close to having a chance to dive at that one. Look at this ball roll, and did it go out short of the goal line? I believe this might be one of the more perfect punts.
Are they down it at the 5? Down it at
the
the 5.
5.
Wow,
there
went out
it
of bounds
is.
at the 5.
So the Tigers will have quite the task with 2:36 to go in the first quarter in what has been an unsuccessful night on offense, really, Coach Mo, other than the opening play of the drive.
Well, other than opening play of the drive,
Of the game, that is.
Of the game. I mean, the way I look at it is this. I mean, penalties.
No doubt.
You have to be disciplined. Get settled in, guys. Let's play some football right here.
Eliminating penalties may just be simply the key that opens the door to getting this offense rolling here. They have been in spots in 3rd down and 8.
Yeah.
3rd down and 6, where it's scenarios where we've already had 10 yards of penalties.
Yes, exactly, and we got to win. We got to win the battle up front, win the battle at the point of contact. We're not doing that right now. And the offensive line. I mean, besides that first play of the game, opening play of the game, we've not did a great job up front right now.
2nd down and 8 yards to go. We'll see if the field gets stretched at all horizontally to try to get away from this line of scrimmage with motion and movement with possession for the Tigers. It's Satemba. He'll look to throw. Quick curl route is caught, and it'll set up 3rd and easy here for what is now going to have to be the perfect play call. I think it's going to be on the coaching staff as well in moments like this.
3rd and 3, great play right there. A little hitch route for Zane Matthews-Bergeau, and I like that. Get him his confidence back. He's missed the last 2 passes. He caught that football right there, now has his confidence back.
Snap and a handoff and another false start, it would seem, on the Tigers, as they have yet to get that out of their system early in the ball game.
And it's playoff time. I mean, you're in week 12 right now, game 11. Week 12, game 11. This is uncalled for. This is uncharacteristic right here. Obviously, we've had games this year where our penalties have killed us, but we cannot continue to go throughout this game and be playing behind the chains like this.
Late substitution here. What was 3rd and 3 is now 3rd and 8, deep in Tigers territory, and this is a spot where easily Deer Creek can flip the field again, and that's how they got into the end zone last time. Satemba rolls out, looks to throw. He'll do so over the middle, has his man, Tayshawn Jones-Wade, it looks like, over the middle, and it is a first down.
I like that. Like that play. As they ran, Zane ran straight down the field. Tayshawn hooked it up right there in the middle of the zone. Great play call right there by our offensive coordinators right there. So now we got first down Tigers.
That was Hudson Dalton on the stop. Tayshawn Jones-Wade with a tremendous reception to move the chains. 1st and 10. Ball sits at what is the 25-yard line in BA's end.
This is great. I mean, I like what I see right here so far as we're coming down to a minute and 20 seconds left in the first quarter.
Satemba will roll out to the top side of the screen. Has some time, will step away from pressure, and he'll look to just take off. Maybe 3 yards on the pickup, sets up 2nd and 7 now.
And it might have to be like that all night long. From so far, what we're seeing, they're like I said, they're doing a great job of keeping everything in front of them, and they're not going to allow Satemba to get the ball deep vertically. So he's going to have to do something with his legs tonight.
Just a minute, under a minute, that is 50 seconds to go in our first opening quarter. Ball sits at the 29-yard line. Snap here and a handoff from Satemba to Caden Lawless. He's tripped up and falls forward. 1 yard maybe.
Got about 1 yard. I like the burst out of there right there. And if he just keeps his knees up right there, I think he might still be running right now, Luke.
Ryan Hubble with the stop for the Antlers.
Third down, 5 yards to go. 30-yard line needing to get to the 35. In what has been a drive where Satemba has done it with his legs in a couple of scenarios, and he's done it with a throw to Tayshawn Jones-Wade. Clutch on third downs. It has been penalties, as you mentioned, that have hurt the Tigers in spots like this, needing to stay disciplined at the line of scrimmage. They are. Satemba will drop back, has a little bit of time on the screen, and there it is, a first down picked up on the screen, and the Tigers move it again.
And I like that play call right there.
John Brohl on the pickup.
John Brohl the second, he's out there. I mean, doing a great job on that tight end screen as we're coming down to the end of the first quarter right there. Great play call. They're sending pressure. They let him through. Screen pass to the tight end. First down Tigers in the first quarter.
John Brohl, he picks up the first. That's the end of one. It's a 7-0 deficit for the Tigers in a drive where they're rolling. We'll be back for the second on ArrowVision.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay, it just makes sense.
Tigers go right to left here in the second quarter as we open things up with 12 minutes on the clock in our first half. The playoffs, round number one here on ArrowVision, the Tigers and the Antlers. It's Deer Creek hosting round number one as BA looks to find an upset. Down 7-0 through one frame and a run up the middle. Goes for just a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8, and you finally grab some momentum. A couple of third down conversions here. Now you need to try to find that flow, moving quickly down the field.
You got to get into rhythm right here, and that's what we're trying to find right here is get into that good rhythm to get us into the end zone.
Satemba steps up once down the sideline. It is St. Matthews Boudreau. He's got it. And what a catch inside the 25.
Hey. And when you need the rhythm, you go to number 18, Zane Matthews Boudreau. He's been the one that's been doing it all year long. He's been giving us the big plays, and he shows up again right here.
Tremendous reception, moving the ball inside the 30-yard line down to what is the 21.
If you get the ball into his catch radius, he's going to catch it, guys.
They spot him officially at the 20, so giving him the red zone at Satemba, wanting to move quickly with this offense. Quick screen pass out wide to the right side. Zane Matthews Boudreau is hit immediately, but looks like they don't credit him potentially with a catch at all. So the ball got popped loose, it looked like, at the last moment. 11:05 here as we just started the second quarter. 2nd down coming up.
And I like what I see right there. I mean, you're trying to get your guy into the game, get him his confidence back as we're making a change right here. We're bringing John Brohl in, probably trying to run the football right now. But I like that play call. That was a great play call. Go route by Zane, put it in his hands. He had man-to-man coverage, and he showed up.
Certainly so. It is 2nd and 10. Satemba is going to have to get away from pressure quickly. Does so, throws on the run, and a catch is made for at least 5. Going to be down to the 15-yard line. The Tiger on the reception, seemingly still bad. That's Zane Matthews Boudreau, seemingly in a little bit of pain there on the sideline.
Yeah, he took a shot right there after he caught the football, kind of turned his body a little bit. Looked like he took a shot on the chin right there. So a little timeout in action right there on the field.
Seems to be so. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Injury timeout. 10:55 left in the half. The Tigers driving inside the red zone. We'll be back on ArrowVision.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Welcome back, Tiger fans. A little bit of a shorter break than we thought. St. Matthews Boudreaux pops right back up. We are back in action as you're joining us here for this first round of the playoffs on ArrowVision. Sitemba's going to run this one.
Deer Creek got
Ball did go down, and there was a flag on the play, it seemed. Okay. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Tigers are going to turn this ball over via the fumble.
So you probably had a hold right there on the designed quarterback draw, and the ball goes loose. Deer Creek falls on at about the 10-yard line, turnover. Deer Creek ball going the other way.
So the Tigers are going to commit that penalty. It is declined, and a fumble recovery for the Deer Creek Antlers gives them the ball back. And now that's two drives that have resulted in turnovers in plus territory, deep in Antlers territory. Yeah. One on downs and now the fumble. And the Tigers are doing everything they can right now to shoot themselves in the foot with chances to score the football.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you have to play flawless football. This is an even matchup, and you got to play flawless football to come out on top on this, and right now we're not playing that right now.
Wanting to barrel this one down the middle, a massive leap and jump to extend that play out further, picks up quite a bit. So 2nd down and 3 after what was a jump of about 4 yards.
Yeah. And Deer Creek's kind of showing a little physicality right here, something we haven't seen on film right there from them so far this year, especially in the last 4 games. They're just lining up in a compact formation right now, just going to run it right at us.
They will do so again and pick up the first down, getting at least a couple of extra yards past the sticks. That'll move the chains, and we'll see if the Antlers continue to want to play the ground pound game here.
And that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, they're playing ball control right now. Looks like they're going to spread it out a little bit right now, but now they're going to go back to condensed formation again.
Snapping another handoff, a lot of space, but a good tackle, quickly meeting the ball carrier. 2nd down and 5,
Dagan McCluskey on the tackle right there. So, I mean, you know what they're going to do when they get condensed like that. So, I mean, they got their 2 receivers coming down to the bottom of the screen right here with their two receivers. So, now they're going to spread this out again.
A little bit more of a spread situation. 2nd and 5, 9:34 and counting left here in the first half. Deer Creek with the advantage right now, 7-0.
Little swing route.
Swing route here. Will it be enough to get to the sticks? It looks like they should be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1 is what we're anticipating here upcoming.
Great hustle inside out by Hudson Lott right there. I mean, he's gonna give you everything he got. Looks like they gave him the first down on that play.
So they do give him credit for the first. A little bit of a generous spot, nevertheless. 1st and 10 upcoming. Grady Adamson in the shotgun. We'll see if he releases the football or hands it off again. He'll hand it off. A little bit of a counter play, as you mentioned. Picks up close to 9 yards, if not 8.
And when they're in that little set right there, Luke, they're going to run counter on that play right there. So we've seen that a little bit on film tonight. So probably expect to see that a little bit more on this drive.
Second and short, and maybe the most demanding confidence out of the offensive line we've seen for Deer Creek here so far tonight. They read something off of the jump there, and they'll take their time.
Going back into a prowl look right now.
Deer Creek still with 5 on the play clock. Down to 2 seconds before the snap, and a handoff up the middle is going to be enough for the first. Moving the chains and taking their time again. 8-10 and counting left in the second quarter.
Well, they see what they see, and they're just going to get physical up front. They're a little ball control right now. They want to run the football. Obviously, they like what they're doing. They're running it right at us. No cute stuff right here from Deer Creek. They're just playing nasty playoff football right now.
Adamson, quick flick out wide near side, and a good gain on first. Is exactly what you'd like to set up the second down you're needing. If you're the Antlers here, the Tigers, their defense being leaned upon here a bit in this spot. down 7-0, and they've done a great job of keeping this offense in the game. Just hasn't resulted in points yet.
Hey, you're doing one thing. You're keeping Broken Arrow's offense off the field and keeping Broken Arrow's defense off the field because this is part of their game plan to try to open this game up.
There is a run near the marker, but it's going to be short by at least 2 yards. 3rd down and 2 to go. And here's a big chance to get off the field again.
Yes, the Turf Monster did catch him right there. I mean, it looks like he tried to make a move right there, didn't understand what he was wanting to do, and Turf Monster got him.
Will the Tigers bring it all here on this 3rd down and 2? Will they gamble and bring the house?
Bring it 5, 6.
There's the run, and there's the stop for moments, but the next moment does confirm that ball is short.
So no, number 6, Hudson Lott right there. So it's 4th and 1. You're playing a little field position game right now. I wouldn't think that Deer Creek is going to
Deer Creek elects to punt the football here. So maybe an interesting decision from what was a team that dominated the offensive line for a little bit there. This is going to be a sneak, and the fake is going to be enough.
He's got it.
And the Tigers will have to stay on the field. What we expected happened.
So a little motion right there. He gets a snap, and it's kind of a little bit. Whenever I was a kid, we ran a play called the Dunlap play. We got an antler down right there, but it's called a Dunlap play. So he came across, ball snapped, he catches it, he gets right at the A gap, and that's a 1st down for them.
No doubt the motion and the execution work out for Deer Creek. That was an obvious situation for Deer Creek in their mind.
Yes.
We're just going to do it the way that we want to do it, and that's get on the field with our punt unit and go ahead and guarantee a little bit of trickery at the end of it all. An injury timeout here on the field as of right now. We'll take a short break. 6:14 left in the half. Tigers trying to get off the field down 7-0 on ArrowVision.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Welcome back on ArrowVision. Broken Arrow Tiger playoff football as it is a 7-0 scoreline in favor of the Antlers as they drive in plus territory here. 1st down and 10, and this throw miscommunication goes incomplete. And it's a drive that's milked off a lot of this second quarter, in fact. But will it result in points? That's the question. The Tigers have yet to get any of their own so far in this close game.
Well, a little bit of a physical drive. I mean, they've kind of mixed it up a little bit with the short pass game right there, Luke. But, I mean, they've been physical so far in this drive, and they faked the punt. They got a 1st down, and now they're playing at 2nd down right here, 2nd and 10.
Would not be surprised if they go back to the running game here on 2nd down, and they do so. And it's a ton of space, and it's a ton of time to get down the sideline. A touchdown, Deer Creek on the board, a 2nd and 10. Gets into the end zone. It was a fake punt that kept the drive alive, and it does pay off. 13-0 with 5:53 to go.
Hey, and on that play right there, 2 big boys coming across right there, escorting the running back getting upfield, making the play, breaking the tackle, gets downfield, down the sideline, 6 points for the Antlers. Now they're on field goal, trying to make it 14-0.
14-0 is pending upon what is this extra point upcoming. 5:53 left in our half. That is. Extra point is up and good. It's 14-0. The Tigers, now that offensive execution becomes more prevalent and relevant as it is a 2-possession game. We'll be back here on ArrowVision, 2nd quarter to go.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back. 14-0 Deer Creek over Broken Arrow right now as they get the ball back. Our reports from Madison downstairs. A little bit chilly, without a doubt, compared to weeks past for sure, as we're thankful to be up in the booth. But, of course, getting a little bit of a breeze here with the windows open as well. It is now desperation mode, in a sense, for the offense to get something to grab onto momentum-wise, as you're needing a much more relevant drive.
Well, yeah.
On the paperwork here to present.
A little sky kick right here.
Here we go. Chance to return for the first time
Cowboy
today. Ball
falls
is
down.
loose. Cowboy picks it right back up and falls on it. And he is dreaming for a moment a nightmare, but that nightmare ended quick.
Well, and one thing, Luke, I mean, we've discussed it during commercial breaks. I mean, we've had good drives. We've been inside the 20-yard line in the green zone, that I like to call it. A lot of people like to call it the red zone, but we call it the green zone. And you got to cash in on that. And you can't have mistakes. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have penalties the way you've had penalties. Right now we're sitting at about 5 for 25, and that's uncharacteristic right now in playoff football. 5 penalties for 25 yards. We got to do a better job. We got to be more disciplined right now.
Tigers on first down. It's Roberson carrying off to the right side. Just maybe a couple of yards there.
We got 3 yards.
3 yards total. Second down at 7.
And they're tackling well. Deer Creek is tackling well. I know they've had a couple plays that have busted loose from our offense, but they've done a great job of tackling well tonight so far.
The big play has been achieved on a couple of occasions. Roberson's run up the middle to start the football game, and Zane Matthews-Boudreau's deep catch on the go route earlier in the game as well.
So it's probably going to be a hold.
As this flag is going to most likely bring things back. You talked about 5 for 25. That'll be 6 for 35 in the penalty department to, yes, right now what is 0 penalties for 0 yards on Deer Creek's side of things. So the penalty game is killing the Tigers at this point in the football matchup this evening. 14-10 is realistically what you could almost call this game right now if it weren't for a handful of penalties.
Well, yeah, it's exactly. I mean, you got false starts, you got illegal motions, you got holding calls. I mean, like I said, it's playoff time. You're week 12, week 11. Week 12 of the season, game 11. I mean, those are situations, those are plays and that you just can't have right now.
Satemba empty set. He takes the snap, looks to get rid of it quickly, does so.
Ball's on the ground.
Ball is on the ground. Did Roberson complete the catch?
He never had it.
And it will be a call of incomplete. Boy, that is about as dangerous as it gets.
Never had control. Yeah, he had a big-time lane. I mean, the way they were pursuing right there, Luke, he had a big-time lane. Looks like his eyes were up. His eyes got big. He didn't complete the catch. And right there, I mean, that brings up 3rd and long.
3rd down and 17. After a successful drive ended in a fumble inside the red zone last go-round, the Tigers are facing what is potentially a 3-and-out. Satemba gets away from pressure, has to still step by, does so, gets rid of the football and has his man. It's John Brohl leading and a first down picked up.
That's big time. Buying time. That's what he's going to have to do tonight. He had a little pressure, got outside the pocket. As we're going tempo right now, bide his time. John Brohl II finds some room. He gets a first down, Tigers.
John Brohl, his second 3rd down conversion through the air with his receptions tonight. 1st and 10 of the Tigers still get to roll. Satemba will drop back, has a ton of time off of the line of scrimmage. Throw deep, one-on-one, ball pops out the hands of Tayshawn Jones-Wade, and a flag thrown, most likely pass interference upcoming.
Yes. I mean, Zane Matthews-Boudreau, I mean, he's going to be the one that's going to blow the top off. I mean, I'll say it again. I've said it all season long. I don't think there's a corner in this state that can cover him one-on-one whenever he's going down the field. I mean, he's the type of kid that I believe is the fastest kid on the team. I mean, even though numbers doesn't show it, I believe that he is the fastest kid on the team, and I don't think anybody can cover him in the state of Oklahoma.
When it comes to game time and game reps, nobody can get off the line just about as quick as Zane Matthews-Boudreau and Tayshawn Jones-Wade. They have the luxury of having them as a combo out on the field just about every snap. And the 15-yard penalty will move the Tigers just 1 yard shy of midfield to the 49. 1st and 10. 4:28 to go in the half, and you most likely don't get another drive after this based on the time you might have left unless you're able to score very quick and then get off the field. So this is your chance to get points here in the first half. September, hands off. It's Lawless leaning on ahead, maybe 2 yards at best. 2nd down and 8.
Great job right there. Great job, I like it.
Handoff goes number 29, Caden Lowes. Tackle made by number 9, Gage Woodard.
So I like to make a correction right there. I think that last play on that pass interference might have been Tayshawn Jones-Wade. So I'd like to make a correction on that, Luke.
September throws out wide, has Nick Irvine.
Let's go.
It will be 3rd down and just shy of the yard to gain.
And I like that right there, a little tight end out right there, a little tight end into the flat route. Nick Irvine's great job in getting that done right there. So let's get the tight ends involved, and that's what we've done. We got 3 catches for our tight ends tonight. I like to see the involvement from the tight ends.
3rd down and 1. Moments like this you have to have. September will put his head down. The QB sneak gets the first and picks up a handful more. Never ends up going down to the turf.
And we call that smoke at our level. That's a little quarterback sneak right there. Just let the big uglies do their job. Whoever gets the lowest gets the leverage. It's 1st down. Broken Arrow's on the move.
Here are the Tigers with another 1st and 10. 3:25 and counting on the clock. A hand off to Lawless right up the middle. Buries his head and picks up more than 5, about 6 at least.
And I like it. Once again, we're getting physical up front. We're running power at them. Let's continue to do what we got to do right here, and that's just continue to get physical and play physical football.
Wanting to work quickly here now are the Tigers. It is Lawless and September. September keeps it. September will move on ahead, gets the 1st and more, but there is a flag.
Ball's on the ground.
Ball is loose again. September cannot hang on, and they better hope this flag somehow isn't on the black and gold. Otherwise, another drive will have ended via a fumble here. Deer Creek is not reacting as if they're going to get off the field. A big moment here for our officiating crew to give us this call. Is it on the defense, or have the Tigers fumbled the football again? It will be on the defense, and a sigh of relief for the Tigers, who still have a goose egg on the board right now. It'll keep their hopes alive to put up points here in the first half.
Yeah, we got to protect the football. We can't continue to make the mistakes like that. But hey, that's the football gods doing their thing for you right there. So we got 1st down. We got new life right here inside the 30-yard line.
Sanctification and redemption needed here for the Tigers offense for that. 2:54 to go.
A little pop pass.
There is that. It is Roberson. Shut down immediately. In fact, he loses yards on the play. It looks
Doing
like.
a great job getting lateral right there. Deer Creek doing a great job of gang tackling, getting lateral, reading the play, understanding that Octavian is the guy, so they're going to key him all night long.
Clock still rolling, 2:32 to go. 2nd down and 9. In fact, they give him forward progress credit for a gain of 1, it looks like, instead.
2nd down and 10.
September will take the snap. He'll look to roll out before he gets rid of the football. Does so on the run and has his man. Zane Matthews, or rather Tayshawn Jones-Wade, stripping away, and he's gone.
Good
touchdown.
Job. Great job. Great job. Hey, a little hitch route right there, and that's what we do. We throw the hitch, we throw the hitch, we throw the hitch. And September does a great job getting the ball to him, throwing a hitch, makes a play, breaks a couple tackles, gets upfield, touchdown, Tayshawn Jones-Wade.
Tayshawn Jones-Wade not only the catch, but stripping away from the open field tackle attempt and finding the end zone. A 1-possession game has arrived, and the Tigers now look at 2:12 left here in the half to keep it that way. Nick Irvine on for the PAT. High snap. Kick is up, however, and kick is good. Flag is thrown here on the play. We'll check out and see here before we go to break what that may be. 14-7 on the board now, as the Tigers have made this a ball game once again, and they have got the monkey off their back. They have hit the end zone for the first time in the playoffs.
That was a beautiful, methodical drive by our guys. I mean, a couple things happened, as we're going to look what the penalty is right here.
Looks like it's roughing the kicker. That'll be enforced on the kickoff upcoming. We'll take a break. 14-7, the Tigers trail on ArrowVision.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay, it just makes sense.
Tulsa Bone and Joint. Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back. 14-7 the scoreline now. Tigers have finally hit the end zone and gotten on the board. They have chased what is a two-possession game, brought it back to one, but like we said, leaving 2:12 on the clock for Grady Adamson, the Georgia Tech commit, and company to try to say something about that. It's going to be a clutch and interesting drive to take a peek at.
It was a great drive, and we got a couple breaks right there on that drive, but we took advantage of those breaks. And Tayshawn ended the drive with a great athletic move. Great move by D1 type guy. Gets some hitch route, breaks a couple tackles, gets in the end zone, and this is what I like to see. I mean, now it's 14-7. You kind of settled in, guys. You understand that this is a playoff game. Now let's go out here and
talk about, too, just how important penalties have been. Yes. 0 penalties for Deer Creek going into that drive. Now they just trail the Tigers by 10 penalty yards.
Exactly.
And what did they do? They got into the end zone. It matters for sure, winning the turnover battle and the penalty yards battle.
Exactly.
And the Tigers have evened that up or gotten close to evening that up, and it's helped out.
Well, the beautiful thing is it's a long football game, and you correct those mistakes on the sidelines. I'm sure Coach Pruitt and Coach Broyles are on the headsets talking to each other. So you just tell those offensive linemen, hey, guys, keep your hands inside, keep your hands into the breastplate. Don't get them outside and cause a hold. Hold your water, and don't get off on the false start right there.
Back deep to return is Jalen Davis for the Antlers. Deer Creek might not get a chance here to return, however, as that penalty for roughing the kicker has been enforced on the kickoff. It's going to be at the 45-yard line, so that extra 5 yards for Nick Irvine will be something to play with here upcoming, as we're still waiting around a little bit of a delay here before we kick off, as it looks like all personnel has returned to the sidelines. Not sure what that delay was for, but looks like it might have been the chain gang getting something set and ready to go, as we have 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first half. Tigers are needing the best out of their defense down the stretch. It will be Deer Creek to get the ball at half as well. So if they are able to do something about this drive and get the ball back again to start the third, you're going to be in trouble for sure, and the Tigers know that. Here we go. Irvine will squib this one low, and it is caught, helping out with field position for sure inside what is the 30 and 35-yard line. I think he fell at about, what is the 33. So here we go.
And if you're Deer Creek, I mean, you got your timeout still available right now. Looks like both squads have 3 timeouts still. So, I mean, you stick to your game plan. You don't do anything fancy. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. You do what you do best right here. And Broken Arrow, we just got to play defense. We can't allow them to get into the zones and get in behind our linebackers. We got to get pressure up front, and we got to get this guy off his spot and make him make erratic throws.
Grady Adamson trying to lead his team down in about a 2-minute drill here to get this ball game back to 2 possessions. And Grady Adamson, that arm is strong for sure. And we've seen at times too strong for his receivers.
Exactly.
Just an example there.
And that's one thing that I did see on film, Luke, and I know I didn't talk about it earlier, but, I mean, they got right into the middle of the zone right there, but they got to complete that throw. And obviously that guy, he just wanted to, he's seen green grass, he's seen a big play ahead of him, but he didn't catch the football first. I mean, playoffs is all about fundamental football, most importantly.
Adamson in the shotgun. He's got an option to his right. That being a blocking option now. Adamson has to throw. Does so over the middle. Great tackle by Don Fryer to shut down the play. It's now 3rd down. And what is a spot where if you're the Tigers, you're still not using any timeouts on defenses. You want that clock to roll.
Want it to roll. Obviously, we got 3rd down and 6. We're in a proud defense right here. Looks like we got a down safety with their 3-high safety.
A chance to potentially get off the field for the Tigers in this scenario. 17 still on the play clock. Adamson drops back, has to deal with some pressure. Adamson, he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage, and the Tigers, their first sack of the night, will put Deer Creek in a difficult spot. Are they going to call a timeout to leave time on the clock here?
Timeout BA. Timeout BA.
Timeout taken by Broken
What a
Arrow,
great
and
job.
that will
Great
give them a
job.
chance here in this ball game to end the half with more points.
And that's what I've been looking for. You got to attack that offensive line. Like I said, I think that offensive line is not what I thought it was. But you collapse the pocket right there, you get a sack. Now it's going to be a 4th down and long.
Timeout here by Broken Arrow. They're going to be able to chat about. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see if Deer Creek sends it away on 4th down.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Timeout is called by the Tigers. That timeout wrapping up just before our eyes as, well, now you have a scenario where you get to play a little bit more strategy on the offensive side of the ball. Broken Arrow getting off the field, 3 and out is what they're hoping right now. A little bit too difficult to go for it here. If you're Deer Creek, obviously 4th and 12, you have no doubt they're getting rid of the football here, and you got 1:27 and maybe some change after the kick to deal with that.
And this is a perfect situation right here. I mean, you've had the game. Deer Creek's had opportunities to blow this game open, and Broken Arrow just has to. They've been blessed to still be in this ball game, and now we're about to get the ball back right here.
The Tigers have stuck around just like they have all season, and they're doing so here in the first round of the playoffs. This ball rolls not in the favor of Deer Creek, as the 49-yard line is where it's going to land.
I like it.
1:15 left in a game where you have 2 timeouts still on the board. And
more than enough time.
More than enough time, as you mentioned. Not just a chance to get into the end zone, but there might be an opportunity where you can trust your leg to at least get 3 back before the half.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say this is kind of like flipping the field. I mean, this is a neutral zone right here. So, hey, we got the ball where we want it. This is a situation, like I said. If you were watching it, if this is the type of game early in the season, I think we'd probably be down 21-0, Luke. But we've showed resiliency right here, and now it's our time to show up and get the ball back.
Satemba stepping away from pressure, stepping up, and he'll run it himself. He'll slide on down, and the Tigers want to get to the line quickly if they can. 1:06 and counting left on the clock.
And obviously he had his first read. He was looking at Zane Matthews, but drove down the field, didn't like it, got upfield. And we're doing a great job of opening lanes up in the pocket for him. You know, if they want to go where they want to go or take their defense line where they want to go. And Satemba's doing a great job of stepping up.
Improvising Jeremiah Satemba. The first down is acquired, and he steps on out of bounds, saving a timeout with 45 on the clock in the first half.
So pick your poison on defense. You either don't, you keep everything in front of you and allow Satemba to beat you with his legs, or do you want to put more pressure on him, get to him, and allow him to blow the top off on you? So we're doing a great job of Satemba controlling the game right here, being the game manager he is, and keeping us in positive place.
Jaden Garcia in the slot on the near side. St. Matthews Boudreau all the way down on the wide side.
Little swing.
Swing pass here. It is Octavian Roberson. He's got it up the middle, wanting to create more space on the outside. He won't pick up much from it. 36 and 35 and counting on the clock. Tigers want to either make a decision here now quick.
I'd like to see him get more upfield. Well, I'd like to see him get more upfield, a little bit more right there to get more yardage, but second down right here.
Satemba steps up, might have a man over the middle. It's caught a touchdown.
Parker Melton.
Parker Melton over the middle with 19 to go. Has a chance to tie the game with an extra point.
I love it. Streaking down the seam right there. He sees Parker Melton, catches him right behind the defense. 6 points on the board for the Tigers. Here we are. Got a chance to tie it up, and we're back where we need to be.
Parker Melton in the slot on the top of the screen finds his way to the middle of the field and in the end zone for his first touchdown of the playoffs. Nick Irvine on to cap it off. Irvine's kick is blocked. And there it is. The extra point is blocked, and we do not have a tie football game. As we had just mentioned, you have a chance there, barring the extra point, to get it knotted up. But regardless, to get points at the end of the half there is a win.
Huge. That's huge. I mean, I like the play call right there. You're going verts up the field. You catch them slipping right there. They had one high safety. They get right behind them between those 2-3 high safeties right there. You catch Parker Melton in the seam. 6 points on the board for the Tigers. And, you know, big shout out to Parker Melton. I mean, he's been a kid that's worked his butt off all summer long, and he finally gets to shine in the playoffs right here. So great job by him. Great throw by Satimba. Now we're in the ball game, guys.
The Tigers have had an issue this year with their extra point protection at times. And moments like this, it can cost you in big games. But right now, it is a blessing that it is not just a 7-point game, but a 1-point game all of a sudden with 19 to go in the half. You're going to see the arm of Grady Adamson. I have no doubt they're going to take a shot here.
Yeah, they have to take some type of a shot right here. Depends on their return. But not a momentum switch, Luke. I mean, early in the game, like I said, we were putting the ball on the ground. We were turning the football over. We had the penalties that were killing us early in the game. Now the tide is switched now. So now the momentum's on our side. So let's see how we take it.
Nick Irvine, after his extra point was blocked, sends this one far and well into the end zone for a touchback. Here is the arm of Grady Adamson that we have no doubt we're most likely going to see on display here, trying to get downfield. Now, you have options to hit the sidelines quickly and get to a more manageable spot where maybe Adamson can get close to the goal line with his final throw.
Yes, I mean you got 19 seconds, 3 timeouts. I think the first 2 plays, you see what you get on the first 2 plays. If not, you just run the clock out and go into halftime. Looks like they're going to run the clock out and go in a little down the football and go into halftime.
Looks like they might do so. So no Grady Adamson display of his arm here to end. They are going to stay conservative. They do get the ball to start the third quarter, and that's their focus as we will head to halftime. Here the Tigers and the Antlers in what is a creative bout right now for sure, as we are sending it down to Madison here in just a moment with head coach Josh Blankenship, who we'll hear from as we get rolling. We'll send it down to Madison with head coach Josh Blankenship.
Coach, you've got a 1-point game here on your hands. What will be the difference maker in the second half of play?
We got to quit stopping ourselves on offense. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot with some false start penalties, and then at least 1 fumble. Defensively, I think we started to find a little rhythm there, so hopefully we can keep that up.
Thanks, Coach. You know, typically right here you would be seeing the Pride of Broken Arrow, but of course they are in Indianapolis with the Bands of America Grand National Championships. Our director, Greg Spencer, was on the scene, so we have a quick video for you. Check it out.
But I'm really satisfied with that performance. I mean, you know, we talk about how every year our goal is to get better every single rep, and in my opinion, you know, that was the best rep of the year we've had so far. Everybody sounded great. I know, you know, there were lots of tears after the performance, and it's only the preliminary round. So I'm really excited to see what we can do from here on out. Fingers crossed, hoping we advance.
It's surreal. Obviously, for me, being a senior, it's 4 years have led up to this moment, but just this season alone, it's been countless hours spending with this group, and it's so special when you get here because you know it's one of the last times you're going to spend together with this group. It's never going to happen again.
One thing you got to know about marching band more than anything is that it's a huge time dedication. We're in there day in, day out. We eat, sleep, and breathe marching band. And, you know, I think that's part of what makes the Pride of Broken Arrow so incredible is the culture around it. So, yeah, it's a whole lot of hard work, but we're seeing it pay off today.
I love it so much because it's about a woman, obviously, and her independence. And when the world told her she couldn't do something, she stood up and said, okay, I'll do it by myself. So just proving other people that you can do it and you can do it by yourself if that's what it takes.
My parents have done so much. I really couldn't have done it without them. Not even just the money part, but like the emotional and mental stress that comes with playing sports at such a high level. They've always been there for me, and they've always encouraged me to be my best version of myself.
VA has been so huge for me, from just facilities, being able to offer what I need, especially as a high-level athlete, to just the community, like the school is so big. There's so many different people from different, cultures and different diversities and stuff. It's just exciting, like Michigan has so much to offer, and I'm not there yet, but I have a little glimpse of what it is. So especially being able to watch them now, I'm so excited to be in that atmosphere and be around those people. Like, everyone's genuine, everyone's so nice. I'm just so excited.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Today we are out here to introduce our 7th graders across our district into the industry of aviation and aerospace. We are so excited. We have vendors and industry leaders and educators here from across the state sharing with all of our students what exciting opportunities there are to be had in this industry. So it's important for our 7th graders to be aware of stuff, to be able to explore some opportunities, to see what they might want to do as they move into high school.
So Tulsa Air and Space Museum exists to educate people about the past of aviation as well as potential things in the future. I am here today so that I can inspire students to take on careers in aviation. Aviation is Oklahoma's 2nd largest industry, and so there are tons of jobs out there, tons of companies in Tulsa, around Tulsa, throughout the state, and it continues to grow.
We appreciate so much our vendors. Without all of our companies that have been willing to take the time to come and be here with us today, we would not be able to have this opportunity. Every one of our vendors across the state have been great to show up, be here to bring pieces that will get the kids excited, and we are just so happy that they were willing to help support us in this endeavor.
Sidelined with an injury? Running interference with a cold or flu? When it comes to your health, Don't drop the ball. Choose All-Star Care from your hometown healthcare team. Ascension St. John.
Craving delicious tenders or crispy fried chicken? Hit the Waldo's drive-thru, open 7 days a week. Locally owned and operated in Broken Arrow, 71st and Yale, and coming soon to Owasso. Waldo's makes lunch and dinner a breeze. Waldo's Chicken, fast, fresh, delicious.
The construction program at Broken Arrow is offering students in grades 9 through 12 a unique opportunity to gain real-life, hands-on skills and is available to students enrolled at any site. The program currently offers Construction 1 and Construction 2, with plans to expand as it continues to grow.
The idea is to get students introduced to the trades and teach them some life skills like employment skills.
Firstly, what made me interested in this class, Mr. Reese, I did have him prior at the high school, great teacher. I just want to expand my knowledge, get work ready, maybe see if there's anything else I could be interested in this industry. Most of the work that we do is teamwork. We work in groups of 4 typically. We did houses earlier for framing practice and learned how to do bird's mouth cuts.
The reason I took this class was my dad, he has his own construction business, and I just want to learn some more. It's a fun class. I recommend it a lot. You get to learn new skills every day, and it's good for your future.
There's an alternative to just going to college and to really, like I said, we're doing some employment skills. So teaching these guys some real life skills that they benefit them, but then introducing them to trades, and then they'll have a leg up when going to Tulsa Tech or things like that. And it's just, this class is just a real surface level on all the different trades. We have five classes this year. I'm the only teacher. This program is going to explode in the next few years. This is an elective class. It's a 2-semester class. Talk to your counselor. We teach a lot of safety in the first semester that you can't miss.
After completing these courses, students can opt to join the construction program at Tulsa Tech as juniors and seniors. The program recently received a generous donation of tools from Hilti, valued at nearly $16,000, and a $75,000 contribution from the Tulsa Home Builders Association Charitable Foundation. These resources ensure that students have access to top quality equipment and training, making this program an excellent stepping stone into the construction industry.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
I'm Madison Bilbine with ArrowVision, joined alongside Director of Construction Mike Leach, and we're here at the Sequoia 8th Grade Academy. Mike, show us around a little bit.
Sure, Madison. Great to have you guys today. So we're standing in what is going to be the student commons area. The main entry is over here to the south, and then we'll have a chrome desk. And this is kind of a similar seating area, what we see in Vanguard Academy with the big concrete steps, and the steps going up to an upper student commons area. This will all be a glass curtain wall, and then a couple of doors that connect over to the existing Sequoia Middle School. This will all be a seating area that can be used for lunchtime purposes or other type of student engagement activities.
What is the total square footage of the Sequoia 8th Grade Academy, and how does it compare to other schools in the district?
Square footage of the 8th Grade Academy is 50,000 square feet, which adds to the already 135,000 square feet of the existing Sequoia Middle School. So 50,000 square feet sounds like a lot, but it's actually smaller than our smallest elementary school, which is Oakcrest. We'll have about 450 to 500 students here, all 8th graders, in this separate building. So as we come around this way from the open student commons, this is a 2-line cafeteria serving area. Now all of the food production continues over in the production kitchen, and items are brought over here in catering carts to the serving lines. So it's very similar to what we do at the high school. The student union, everything is brought over in catering carts from the production kitchen.
How many classrooms and specialized learning areas will be in this new building?
There are 22 regular sized classrooms, and then there are 2 larger science labs for a total of 24 classrooms.
Talk to me about the timeline for completion for this and any unique construction challenges or things you've had to overcome.
So we're looking to be complete with the project by June, late June of 2025. Gives us time to move in the building over the summer to have it ready by August for the 25-26 school year. One of the unique things about this building, down here at the east end, we have an ICC 500 or FEMA rated storm shelter. So it's all concrete construction. There's armored duct passageways and all sorts of special construction storm shutters that come down that in the event of any size tornado, students in this building can take shelter in here and be safe from the storm.
That's awesome. Talk to me about some of the interesting security features for this building.
So at the main entry, we're installing an AI phone, which is like an industrial ring doorbell. People have to show their IDs before they're admitted entrance into the buildings. We're also doing some perimeter fencing around student areas and over on the east side of the campus, similar to what we're doing at the high school, to prevent outsiders from being able to intermingle with the students.
Thanks for showing us around, Mike. There's been quite a lot of changes since we last did one of these videos together.
Come back in the spring and we'll do this again when we're a little closer to completion.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay, it just makes sense.
Hello, BA family. I'm here today at our event center. So excited, a big day for our Fine Arts Department. Here with me is Darren Davis, our Executive Director of Fine Arts, and tell us about this big award this morning.
This is special what happened today. We had an inaugural award from the OSSAA presented to us as a Fine Arts Program of Excellence, Performing Arts School of Excellence.
Broken Arrow High School is consistently setting and raising the bar of excellence in each and every area of your arts programs. It is my distinct honor to extend heartfelt congratulations to Broken Arrow High School's Performing Arts Program for being selected as the recipient of also the inaugural OSSAA Performing Arts School of Excellence Award. Students, staff, administrators, and guests, I think you can all agree with me that this level of achievement is rare, and what the Broken Arrow High School arts community is achieving is truly special and deserving of this celebration. I am so excited to be here to celebrate this incredible accomplishment with each of you. Congratulations.
To piggyback off of that, representatives from Indianapolis, from the National Federation of High Schools.
Governs all fine arts athletics.
It's like the NCAA is to college athletics and events. The NFHS came here to present Broken Arrow as the national award winner for their Performing Arts School of Excellence for 2024. The 9th in history and the first time in Oklahoma.
One thing I want to say is the national impact of Broken Arrow High School's Performing Arts Program cannot be understated.
when we were looking at schools and who we should honor for this year, and the state of Oklahoma came to the top of our discussion panel, the first thing I heard from everybody around the country was like, it's got to be Broken Arrow, right? And they're like, yeah, we can only do Broken Arrow. So that's a huge kudos to what's happening here. In recognition of the National Performing Arts Week, a week that is dedicated to reminding the public of the first-class programs that exist for our youth today. The presentation of this plaque is bestowed upon one school that exemplifies the characteristics of excellence, pride, community involvement, and dedication to the performing arts. One more time, congratulations, Broken Arrow High School. Thank you, man.
And I want to give a thank you to our teachers and our directors, because they pour blood, sweat, and tears over their program. So one more thank you to you all, to our teachers and directors.
And I just love what our fine arts department does, and the impactful thing to me is that when you have strong fine arts in a district, it not only affects the students that are in it, but also students that are outside of it, because it's such a powerful force. It's part of education, what we do here in BA.
Sure is. I mean, to see that broad perspective of what the arts and arts does for our community and our school is really remarkable.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Great day here at the Event Center. Again, thank you to you and your entire staff for what you do every day for our students. And always remember, the best is yet to come.
Welcome back to this edition of Broken Arrow Tiger Football on ArrowVision. It is the playoffs, and it is round one, and it is a one-point game as well, 14-13, as the field no longer empty. Both teams take the field once again, and we get set for what is the final half of the season for one of these sides, as it's one and done, of course, in this sport, and it is a sport that gives no forgiveness at the end of 60 minutes, if not more. And tonight, it's going to be a battle down the stretch, and I like the numbers on the Tigers side after one quarter, but numbers only tell you so much. In fact, at the end of the day, they're only moral victories. The only number that matters is on the scoreboard, and they're down by one.
Well, numbers do lie, but I can tell you right now the score is 14-13. And, I mean, you know, we started off a little choppy. I mean, obviously, Coach Blankenship alluded to it at halftime. The false starts, the holdings, the putting the ball on the ground. But defense has done a great job tonight. They've responded to the adversity that was put forth towards them. And right now we're in a ball game with 24 minutes left.
Welcome back, of course, here on ArrowVision. Myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me, Maurice Wallace, and we will hear from Madison Dildine right before and as the second half gets rolling. Really the only difference in this football game, it's the blocked extra point, and it's been an issue for the Tigers this year, and you don't want to play like that to come haunt you. You have a good second half. You can put it behind you, and it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But you stay in a tight game like this, you're going to want that point for sure.
Yeah, and you got to be flawless on the special teams. I mean, and like you said earlier, I mean, special teams has haunted us a few times this year. I mean, we've missed extra points, we've missed field goals when we've been in position to take control of football games. But I mean, it's just something we have to do. It's coming out and take control on defense, because we come in now on defense, and we have to stop Deer Creek from scoring in the first drive of the second half.
Tigers have 312 all-purpose yards to Deer Creek's 153. Those are the numbers that we talked about that can lie. The penalties are 6 for 35 for the Tigers, 3 for 25 for Deer Creek. Those 25 came in handy in what was the Tigers getting on the board for the first time today. We'll send it down to Madison, who has more not just about what's going on here to start our second half in the playoffs, but all around Broken Arrow athletics, as the Tigers and more have been in action.
Yeah, Luke, today has been very active for our Spirit squads. Both the Unified Cheer champions and the Tigers competed today in the OSSAA Game Day State Championships. This was the first time in Tigers history that they made finals at Game Day State, and the Unified Champions cheer team was named OSSAA Game Day State Champion. So huge congratulations to both teams. Broken Arrow Varsity Cheer competes tomorrow at Game Day State at 5:25. So make sure you're following at BA Tiger Sports on all social media platforms to stay up to date with their performances tomorrow. Luke?
Without a doubt, a dignified congratulations and honor for
Yes, big time.
Broken Arrow, at the end of the day, it is a school that expects excellence, and they get it
We do.
in a lot of different forms throughout the calendar year and more, as the Tigers are honored today with our spirit squads and the football team with their chance.
Yeah,
it is, well, 24 minutes away from their chance, right?
Yes, 24 minutes away. And also, Luke, tomorrow will be the BA Open for our wrestling program. So
saw the mats getting put together today in that brand new facility.
They had it for girls wrestling today. Tomorrow will be boys wrestling. So if you have a chance to be out in Broken Arrow tomorrow, a lot of teams, a lot of athletes, probably about 500 to 600 athletes competing at the event center. So go check it out. BA Open tomorrow on the Broken Arrow High School campus.
Nick Irvine sends it away, and a touchback will start our second half. Grady Adamson, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket commit, re-enters the scene from left to right. The Antlers will go in this second half, and I would have to anticipate in a spot like this when you maybe expect it, if you're Deer Creek, to control the game a bit more, go put it on the shoulders of Adamson to take over the game, and we'll see if that's the case.
Well, and our defense done a great job of containing them tonight. Like I said during the break, Luke, I mean, defensive line, our front seven has done a great job of containing the rush lanes and collapsing the pocket on him. Right now, Jeremiah's winning that battle. I mean, right now, Jeremiah's got 173 yards on 12 of 16 for 2 touchdowns and a passer rating of 207. So right now, Jeremiah's winning the head-to-head battle with this D1 commit to Georgia Tech.
Quick option pass out wide. Davis makes a man miss. Davis around past the 20, past the 25-yard line, out past the 30. Davis is still on his feet, and he steps out of bounds. Fantastic first down pickup here so far, and a flag after the play is going to still add to the storyline of play number 1 from scrimmage.
And I mean, hopefully that doesn't go against us. We'll see right here. It was a side judge right here that threw that flag about 20 yards in the air.
Very close to that, of course, sideline for Deer Creek. I don't think the sideline has anything to do with the infraction, but it looks like it was going to be a personal foul on the defense.
Be smart, guys. Just be smart. Looks like we got Cade Moody in the game right here, running a little bit of defensive line. I know we see this on film a little bit during practice this week, but we got to do a better job at tackling. I know we stopped his momentum right there, but we got to do a better job of rallying to the football and tackling on the first tackle.
Already at midfield at the 50. Adamson's going to hand this one off first down. A lot of yards and more. Close to 9, if not close to 10. Yes, it is. 10 yards on first down, moves the chains at the 40-yard line in Tiger territory.
And you got 2 big plays right there. You know, one was a little screen pass out to their wide receiver right there, and this one just getting physical, running the ball right down the throat of the Tiger defense. So a little bit of balance on these first 2 plays.
Adamson takes the snap, and the shotgun will hand off. Another successful run play out right down the middle. Second and just short. So demanding excellence up the middle is what the Deer Creek Antlers are having right now. Be a part of their execution.
And this was what we seen in the first part of halfway through the first and into the first part of the second quarter. Them getting physical with this little formation they've been running right here.
Pressure here and a handoff short side of the field. Space to run and more inside the red zone of first down and 10 to go.
Okay, they get you condensed right there. They're running the football right at you. So we got to do a better job of getting off these blocks and being more physical up front.
Junior Yumby on the carry will now create a short field for the Tigers to hopefully gain a little bit of advantage for. Right now the run game is all that's mattered for Deer Creek. Snap and a handoff. Yombi to this far side of the field is not going to get quite as much as he's been used to here in the second half. Okay. He'll set up second and long.
Great job by Coleman right there, getting underneath those blocks and getting into that running back. Get the tackle right there on that, brings up second and long.
2nd and 8 yards. Adamson.
Changing the play.
Changes the play at the line. We'll get back into the shotgun, man off to his right in help. Early jump there for the Tigers. They get back in recovery, and another audible here at the line as Adamson will rotate Yombi off to his left now. Conversations being had, play clock down to 4 seconds. A handoff to Yombi, patient trying to hit the hole, and he's brought down immediately there on the tackle for the Tigers. That looked to be getting involved in on the play was Ricardo Fernandez.
Ricardo Fernandez right there doing a great job. Getting physical. I mean, he's going to be the type of guy that's going to get physical right here. I mean, we're the back's against the wall, 3rd and 5 right here. This might be 2 down territory for Deer Creek. We just got to show up and stop them from getting into the end zone on these next 2 plays.
3rd down and 5, a big spot to open up the second half in a 1-point game. First round of the playoffs. The Tigers looking to upset Deer Creek on the road to move on to Owasso. Quick pass over the middle. It's caught for a first down inside the 10-yard line, now near the 5. The Antlers pressure here.
Okay, got a little three-man route right there. Got a little motion right there. Tight end comes into the little flats. They run a little, what we call a little flood route, and they got the underneath route there for a first down.
5 yards to go, 15 feet to the goal line. Adamson under center, takes the snap, handoff, power right up the middle, near the goal line. Is it short? It will be. The horn sounds here, but it does not put reality where they wanted it. It's going to be just short.
They were premature on that horn right there, weren't they, Luke?
No doubt.
But I mean, they're closer to the goal line. Ball's inside the 1-yard line. I think we got to sit up here and block the little A gaps, plug up the A gaps, plug up the B gaps. They might go quarterback sneak right here, and they're going to give it to the tailback.
Another handoff might be short of the goal line.
Nice.
Again, the Tigers will stop it.
Love it.
I'm sure our booth personnel who controls the horn still has his hand hovering right over it, but still having to wait. 3rd down and 1.
Do the same exact thing as the ball is inside the 1-yard line right here, Luke. I mean, you got to plug the A gaps, plug the B gaps, allow your linebackers to scrape over the top, get leverage, get low. And we'll see what we got right here. They might want to try to throw a little slant route, but we have to have all things covered right here.
I think if you're Deer Creek, you have confidence in going right back to the well. You're in this spot. On the run game. Option over. Adamson tries to bury his way in, and he's in. A touchdown. And the Antlers get on the board to open up the second half. Difficult as it was, it is a reality for the Antlers.
Well, they did what they were doing at the beginning of the first half, Luke. They went back to the well. They ran condensed sets. They ran counter right at us. They did a great job of running a balanced attack on that first drive right there in the second half, and they finished it off right there down inside the 1 yard on 3rd down, and they put 6 points on the board.
PAT is up, and PAT is good. So it's an 8-point game. 21-13, we take a break, as we do have a flag right before that break. Hold on, as our extra point is up, and it is good. So, yes, confirmed 21-13, our score line. As all 4 of our officiating crew here will have this conversation. And discussion over with, we get our result. As it looks like it's a personal foul against the Tigers, so that's going to be enforced upon the kickoff. We'll head to break. 8-point game on ArrowVision, second half in round 1 of the playoffs. We'll be back for more Tiger football.
Come on.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. QT Pay, it just makes sense.
Hey, Broken Arrow fans! Score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union's School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Broken Arrow Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Short break, we're right back at it. Thanks for hanging on with us here, as what was an opening touchdown for Deer Creek gave them the confidence to move into a scenario where they expected themselves to be. A lot of drives where they thought they could have put 21 on the board by now. They finally get to that point, and, well, Tigers have to respond for the first time here tonight in the second half in what is the season on the line here tonight in the postseason.
Yeah, and it's a must-score drive right here. Hopefully that missed field goal, blocked field goal doesn't come into fruition right there. But, I mean, two personal foul penalties on that drive. Could flip the field a little bit right here as we got a Cowboy trying to find the seam, get stopped at the 15-yard line.
So good field position for the Antlers defense to get to handle here as of right now. A quick flag is thrown there, well away from as everybody was separating. Odd situation as to why that flag might have been thrown. We'll get our answer in a moment. 8:01 left here in the third quarter in an 8-point game.
Might be a hold.
Very late call if it is. It will be a hold on Broken Arrow. So more yards backing them up. And what is going to be a long and, well, hopefully fruitful drive. It's going to bear a lot of fruit if it can result in points here. So they'll start this drive from the 5.
Well, the beauty of it is, Luke, I mean, you ended the half on 2 scoring drives. So obviously you have the momentum on offense right now. Obviously the defense gave up 7 points right there, but you've had the momentum on offense coming out. So I think we continue to do what we got to do, continue to go at them, have a balanced attack right here, get physical up front, and go down here and take care of business.
Satemba, it's going to be from the 7-yard line officially. This drive starting. Satemba's going to step up. He'll run with it, and he'll slide on down. Decent little gain there on first down, and that's just what you want. Positive yards on every down. When you're deep in your own territory, can't take any downs for granted.
Yeah, can't take any downs for granted. Great job right there by Satemba, as he wanted to try to get Octavian right there on the little wheel route coming out of the backfield, but obviously they had that covered with their safety that was coming over the top right there. So now we got Octavian coming up the middle on a little power play right here.
Hand off to Roberson, forward and on ahead. He's going to be just a couple shy of the line to gain for the first, so 3rd and 2. Will the Tigers want to move quickly here? They'll take their time. Satemba wanted to get the pre-snap read, does so. 2 yards, 6 feet to go to pick up the first deep in their own end. Hand off, it's Roberson bouncing outside, putting his head down. Roberson's got the first and a shoestring tackle away from breaking more.
Hey, good job right there. Great second effort by Octavian. Brings up another another set of downs for a first down. Cowboys in, running behind Caden Moody in that big line right there up front.
Caden Lawless back in at running back here as Roberson checks out. Satemba in the shotgun with Lawless off to his right, offset. Here's Satemba to roll out away from pressure off the right. His throw is caught, and it's going to be close to a first down. Yes, it is, and a little bit more for the Tigers.
And Deer Creek's going to give that up. That's exactly what Deer Creek's going to give up. I mean, you got Tayshawn Jones-Wade right there on the first down catch. Hey, give up the hitch, run the hitch. Blankenship always talked about it since the moment he came into our program. Throw the hitch, throw the hitch, throw the hitch, make a play, and that's what we're doing right now.
Quickly, Satemba takes the snap. He'll hand off. Caden Lawless gets his carry, and he's brought down, met right at the line of scrimmage. Ball looks like it might have been loose for a moment, but regardless, they said he was down, as you mentioned, so 2nd and 10.
We got to hold on to the football regardless. You don't want to put the situation into the officials' hands, because I know, speaking to our spotter here earlier, Jeremy, our spotter Jeremy and Skip earlier, we believe that the football that was fumbled down there on the 10-yard line earlier was we believed he was down on that play, but we'll have to go back and see that on film later on tonight.
Close in a game of inches this sport can be at times. 5:52 and counting left here in the third. 2nd down and 10. Satemba has time in the pocket, but will have to step up. Throws quickly. Caught by Tayshawn Jones-Wade again, and he's been tough to take down tonight.
Hey, he's a fighter. I mean, he's one kid that's got great strength, upper body, great lower body strength, so he's a fighter. He'll run that hitch route, and he'll fight out of a tackle. Got a little official timeout.
Injury timeout here as of right now. Not sure who it is. For the time being, it looks like it is a Tiger down on the field. Is it Tayshawn Jones-Wade? That is the question, as that is about where he went down on the field. So he's popping back on. Tayshawn Jones-Wade is who went down, but he's good. As you mentioned, pops right back up. He'll get to the sideline, and that timeout not lasting too long. 5:35 left right now. Third down and 3 yards to go. A 3rd and 2 converted already in this drive. The Tigers started from their own 7 and have methodically worked out to the 40 in their own end. Satemba. Handoff. It is the freshman Corey Sango.
Fresh legs.
His first carry in the fresh legs, as you mentioned, picks up the first, and he is an explosive player. And a player that it seemingly at one point in the game or another has a big carry.
He has a big carry, and that was a huge carry right there, getting us a first down, another set of downs. I mean, he explodes out of the cannon like that. I mean, that's exactly what you like to see.
Snap and a handoff, and Roberson buries his way on ahead, and Roberson for at least 9.5 yards, if not 9 on the dot. A flag thrown on the play, and this is going to be an important call. Satemba putting his hands up might not be good here right now for the Tigers, as the body language says that this is going to go against Broken Arrow. That is just body language from my own perception. We'll get the call. It is going to be a
Personal
personal
foul.
foul, and it's going to be on the Tigers.
So
Another penalty.
So and that's big time. I mean, I don't know what's going on down there. I mean, I quite didn't see anything. I don't know if you seen anything, Luke, but don't know where the personal foul is coming from. Don't understand why the flag was called right there. I mean, we're not on the field right now. I mean, obviously it could have been something up front, could have been something in the scrum or whatever, but we have to do a better job of playing clean football right here.
A necessity it is for sure for a Tiger team that is down by 8. Every yard and every point, as we've seen, has mattered in this one tonight. 2nd down and 16 to go instead of 2nd down and what was just 1. Quick throw out wide. Being met in the open field is Roberson, and he's tackled for no gain.
That was a great read by their corner and their defensive back right there. Great read by him. He didn't have a threat, came downhill, triggered it, came downhill, and blew up the play right there. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Third and 15.
And once
big
again,
spot here.
Once again, penalties have killed us on this drive, but we got 3rd down right here. We can come back and make a big play. We got Parker Melton in the slot right here. Zane Matthews-Bedreau down here on the near side. Garcia in the slot on the top with Tayshawn at the top receiver.
Needing a big play on 3rd and long. Satemba drops back. Does he have time? Doesn't. Has to get away from pressure. Does so. Satemba, he's going to take off and run and gets back to what was near the original line of scrimmage. 4th down. And Satemba had no time to make a play with his arm in that spot, and it's going to bring out the punt unit.
So this is going to bring out the punt unit right now, and I don't think Deer Creek's going to bring anybody back. They're going to probably play safe defense right here. Obviously, as Broken Arrow is going to have a little spread punt look right here. Could diss it back down. Looks like they're going to take somebody back. You got to show confidence in your defense right here. You got to play field position to show confidence in your defense.
Satemba slams this one. A fantastic punt out of Jeremiah Satemba's leg. Will it check up enough? It's going to be fielded and brought on out.
How's that not a block in the back?
A flag here,
yeah,
and the block in the back, as you saw, is going to be called. So it is a flip of the field without a doubt. Deer Creek's going to be inside their own 10-yard line to start their new drive, up by 8 on the Tigers with 3:35 to go in the 3rd.
And for you kids watching at home, I mean, when you got a block, when you got a clip right there, obviously when the ball's past you, you obviously want to see the numbers. You want to see the front of the numbers. You see the front of the numbers, get your head across, you can make that block. But if you don't see the numbers and you hit the guy to the side, they're going to call a block in the back all day long on that.
Looks like it's going to be the case. So Deer Creek, again, like we said, dealing with what is tough field position.
Well, but we did a great job. We flipped the field. Now you got them backed up into their end zone inside the 5-yard line. Bring the pressure right here. Play safe, play your defense right here. Don't allow them to get the passes off that this quarterback can get off. Bring pressure, get physical with them. But Deer Creek, they've done a great job of running the football against us so far, Luke. So we'll see what this possession right here possesses.
On the 2. 1st down and 10. Deer Creek deep in their own end. 3:35 to go. And the Tigers a chance to put serious pressure on an offense that's been okay at times. Direct snap is going to give some breathing room here for Deer Creek, and a good call here to start.
That's a nice creative play right there. I mean, obviously you bring your little H back over. He gets underneath center. Little sneak right there. We'll call that an H back sneak, and gets upfield.
4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. It's going to be a handoff on 2nd down, outside wide. The Tigers force a 3rd down deep in Deer Creek end.
Yeah, great job by Dagan McCluskey and crew right there. Host the Tigers making a tackle right there. So now you got 3rd down and short. So now the playbook is open. You can run play action pass. You can run the football right at us right here. But we have to do a great job of making tackles and holding them short. Empty backfield on this 3rd down play.
Grady Adamson already using his legs earlier. He's got negative rushing yards today, but he does have a rushing touchdown. It's going to be a quick bubble screen out wide. Is it going to be short? It is. The Tigers have shut down Deer Creek in their own end, and it will force a question mark on a play call upcoming for the Antlers. Boy, oh boy.
That's just being nasty right there. It's like gingivitis. That's nasty right there. So great job.
Hey, fair enough there. 4th and 1. Ball is at what is the 11-yard line, and the new unit comes out. We've already seen a fake punt be successful earlier for the Antlers. Will they go right back at that scenario? I would not be surprised, to be quite honest, if they do. There is a cautious presence here for the Tigers. Off the line of scrimmage, it is going to be a punt, and it is going to get away. So the Tigers will send it, or rather, will watch it be sent close to the 50. It's going to be the 49 in plus territory to start the new drive.
So, and that's a great job. Obviously, we punted the football. We flipped the field. We got them inside their own 5-yard line. We took care of business, made a big stop on 3rd down. Now the field is back in our plus territory. So now we got to do our job of getting downfield and scoring a touchdown right here to get back into this game so we can probably tie it up, hopefully.
This is your best chance here in the second half so far, and what is the second drive opportunity offensively in frame number 3 this evening. 1:39 on the clock until the final quarter of regulation as the Tigers have the ball further down the field than they've had all first half so far to start this drive number 2. Satemba. Pass out wide. Zay Matthews Boudreau, a catch in plus territory again still, and a hold might be upcoming here. The Tigers have kicked themselves in the foot again.
Could be a hold right there on Tayshawn. We'll see. I mean, many things could happen right there. It could be hands to the face by the defense. Could be a face mask. I mean, it could be a hold, and that's what they're going to call.
Holding on the offense. It is 1st and 20.
And like I said earlier, when it comes to blocking, especially on the perimeter, you want to get your hands inside the breastplate. You don't want to have them outside. If you have them outside and they get a little jersey tug right there and that jersey comes away from the pads, the refs will call a hold all the time.
There's a first down at about 20 for the Tigers.
Satemba will drop back on 1st and 20, rolls out to the right, has space to run. Satemba will step on out and gets close back to the original line.
And he's done a great job tonight. I mean, obviously, Deer Creek has done their job of keeping us in front of them. But, I mean, that's just going to happen. He's going to have to be the guy to be the game manager tonight to make sure we don't make the mistakes and try to force the ball downfield. He has to live for another down, and now we got a 2nd down and long.
Satemba has used his legs productively here tonight so far. Just the one fumble this evening that was in question earlier in the first half. 2nd down and 13, and you can certainly make this 3rd and manageable with the arm of Satemba. We haven't seen it quite enough here in this second half yet. Still plenty of time to do so. Roberson's going to run this one for what is going to be 3rd and at least 7.
That's a nice hard run by Roberson right there. I mean, that's just a physical run. I mean, I like what he's doing right there. Bouncing off tackles, rolling with the punches right there. We got 3rd and 8. Nice physical run.
Officially on the scoreboard, ball at the 47-yard line. They need to get to the 39 to pick up the first. Satemba takes the snap. It's a handoff. Roberson has the run up the middle and a confident running game. Broken Arrow's identity works out right there.
We like it. We like it. That's something that we see up here up the box. I mean, you have something right now. You see what you see. And you're just going to continue to get physical with him. Now we're making personnel changes. John Broll, the second's coming in. Octavian's going off. Look, Octavian's still in. But you got John Broll, the second, and Nick Irvine coming in as we're making personnel changes.
Satemba in the shotgun has his man in Lawless, or rather Roberson, back, who picks up at least 4 yards.
Hey, 4 yards in a cloud of dust. I mean, 4, 4, 4 gets you a first down every time. Sang goes back in for Octavian right now.
Corey Sango, the freshman running back, has made a name for himself with explosive playmaking ability all year. Corey Sango, his run up the middle, he'll lower his head, but he stopped as soon as he meets contact for what will be 3rd and about a handful.
And that should take us to the quarter right there. Now it's 4th quarter.
That'll do it.
That's 4th quarter. Get your 4s up, ladies and gentlemen.
Zeros on the board. 4th quarter, the final of regulation. In round 1 of the postseason, the Tigers trail by 8. One last quarter to make a difference as we head to break. You're watching Broken Arrow Tiger football on ArrowVision.
Introducing QT Pay, the easiest way to transform every trip, every treat, and every gallon into instant savings every time you pay. All within the QT app. QT Pay. It just makes sense.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Welcome back for the final quarter of this first round of the postseason. At least regulation is what is being said tonight about the results. It is a 21-13 game until proven otherwise, as the Broken Arrow Tigers, a 4-6 regular season team, improving upon a 3-7 regular season 1 year ago, facing a playoff round one possession defeat. Try to rewrite history. John Brohl was the intended receiver on that option, and it goes short, incomplete, 4th and 3, and it's 4 down territory for the Tigers.
Well, it's a 2 down. It's like I said, they call that play right there, so you know if you don't get it, you know you're going to go for it on 4th down. So, yeah, John Brohl beating the defender right there down the field on a little corner route, but September just threw that ball off his back foot, and it wasn't accurate enough for the first down. But here we are, 4th down right here.
4th and 3, September.
Try to draw him off sides.
Takes patience there. Caden Lawless, the running back in the backfield, just offset to the left. Now he'll motion right. Pressure coming from the right. Satemba dropping back. Satemba having to step up. Throws wide side. Is it caught for the Tigers? It is a ball that is received and caught for the first down on 4th and 3. What a catch made on the wide side.
Hey, that is a big-time play by a big-time player. Tayshawn Jones-Wade right there. Hey, big-time play. First down, Tigers.
Possibly a game-saving play at this moment with just 1 quarter to go by Tayshawn Jones-Wade and Jeremiah Satemba, who facing pressure through on a hop, skip, and a jump. A handoff to Caden Lawless. Lawless buries his head for 9, if not 8, on first down.
Okay, we get keep tempo right here, Luke. Looks like we got him under our heels. Play a little tempo game right here, as we're bringing in Octavian back in on this play. Tayshawn down here on the near side. Our guys looking to the sideline for the play.
2nd down and 2 to go. Ball at the 15-yard line. Quick snap, and Satemba will look to his left. Now has to run and scramble away. Gets away from one man, but rather that one man in redemption takes down Satemba, and he might have lost a yard.
Hey, so we went back to that little wheel route that Octavian's been very productive on this year. You know, obviously, I'll take it back to the Springdale Harbor game where he scored a couple times off of that play. You want to get a one-on-one matchup with him and a linebacker. Obviously, they got that play covered. Satemba tried to step it up, and Deer Creek just coddled him up and got him down for the 3rd down play coming up.
3rd down and 3 yards to go. Same scenario as we had to start the 4th quarter. And there might have been a jump here on Deer Creek. And if that's the case, it is. It's a first down for the Tigers.
I like it. I like it.
They'll march on ahead in points off of penalties, where the scenario and really the storyline, I think, of the first half. And the Tigers hoping that this penalty right here can lead to some.
Well, here it is right here, 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the quarter right here. It could be 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in your season, but we'll see right here.
Direct snap. Roberson, patient, but nowhere to run. He'll be stopped. Yard at best, 10:05 and counting to go in the playoffs.
Well, obviously this is 4 down territory for the Tigers right now. I mean, it's do or die right here on this series. About 9:55 left in the game right here, so it's and you know, thinking ahead right now, do you go for 2 on this possession if you do score?
It is a 8-point game right now. One-on-one matchup, back corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete. The intention was the end zone on 2nd down, and it sets up 3rd and 9. They can still get to the 1-yard line, it would seem, to pick up the first.
And try to go a little back shoulder fade right there to Zane Matthews-Bedreau. Now we're going to bring him here down to the near side. He's going to be the slot receiver. Tayshawn Jones-Wade is going to be the outside receiver. See what we got here on third down.
Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen. Sitemba steps up, throwing. Back corner of the end zone. It is off of the hands of his intended receiver, that being what looked to be Nick Irvine as he comes up just shy, 4th and 9.
Yeah, it looked like he jumped a little bit too early right there, but he still got to bring it in and hit both of his hands. He still got to bring that in. Hey, it's 4th down right here. You got to fight. So let's go ahead and see what we got right here. 4th down, still can get a first down inside the 2-yard line.
4th down and 9 yards to go on a touchdown pass just going through the hands, leaking through the hands of Nick Irvine, unfortunately. Here comes Jaden Garcia in the low side slot position, it would seem.
So now we've got to call timeout right here.
Confusion here, and the Tigers have to call a timeout. A good timeout indeed.
Good timeout.
And you want to take that in what is maybe your potential chance to tie this game up.
So, I mean, I like that timeout call right now. Obviously, the play clock was going down to 2 seconds, but it allows you to take your time, go for your play call right here. Obviously, you get a first down when it's inside the 2-yard line.
.934 left. A lot of time to still respond. But if you cannot get points on this drive, the defense, the task goes to them.
Yes.
To keep you in this one-possession spot. It is already the max out of what a one-possession game can be in an 8-point difference. And so there is no room for error.
There's no room for error right here. I mean, you got to call the perfect play right here. This is you have situational football throughout the week. I know you have walkthroughs. You do what you do when it comes to walkthroughs, but you have situational practices where you say, hey, 4th down, game's on the line, one-possession game, down by 8. Here's our play call right here. You probably have about 4 or 5 of those plays on your play call sheet. So anxious to see what Coach Blankenship and his offensive staff has to play call right here.
Tigers on the left hash, 9:34 to go in regulation, a 4th down and 9, needing to basically get into the end zone at minimum the 1-yard line, and Deer Creek is going to elect to continue this chess match, a timeout for themselves. Both teams now have 2 remaining.
Hey, and right there, that's a good one by them. I mean, you're ahead by 8 on this one. You see what you see. You call a timeout. They had John Broll right there, a little sniffer position. Had 2 receivers here at the bottom of the near side right here. So Deer Creek probably didn't like what they seen, didn't like the matchup that they wanted. You got 3 timeouts, so go ahead and take a timeout. Now both teams are down to 2 with 9:34 left in the 4th quarter.
4th quarter, 4th down. 8-point game on the 10-yard line, needing to get to the 1 for the first. But the play call in its essence is to get into the end zone because that first down's at the 1. Tigers from the left hash. After Deer Creek sees the setup, they call their timeout. The Tigers present themselves again. Biggest play of the season right here. Sitemba takes the snap. He'll drop back, looking to his left, stepping up, throwing over the middle, diving and incomplete. And a flag is on the play. Do we have this in the secondary? The Tigers might have more life, depending on what the white hat says.
Need to hold them coming off the line of scrimmage.
Everyone holding their breath in the moment right now. Broken arrow. Turnover on downs and less. It is a pass interference call on the Antlers, and the Tigers have first and goal from the 5.
I'll take that call. I'll take that call all day long.
Boy, oh boy, 9:29 to go and 4 downs of life left.
And the way I look at it right there, Luke, it's not an automatic first. It's a 5-yard penalty. But the way I look at it, they
will. So it will be 4th and 5 instead.
Yes.
You're right.
As Zay was coming across the middle right there, he probably got there a little too early as the ball didn't come to there in time.
4th down. Here we go. Sitemba stepping up, throwing, intercepted in the end zone. Regardless, it's a turnover on downs, so an extra chance on 4th will shut the drive down instead, and Deer Creek will get the ball back. Like we had mentioned, 9:24 to go. There is time to respond again, but now this task moves to the defense, even more so important.
You got time. There's 9:24 left in the game, 21-13. Defense has been playing great tonight, only gave up 13 points. But going back to that last play, Luke, I think he had Octavian right at the front pylon. If he just puts that low and away to Octavian, I think we got 6 points right there.
Oh, unfortunate there that ball does not hit the turf and stay incomplete. You give them now an extra 15 yards after the touchback. It's at the 20.
And now they're going to run the football right here, trying to run some time off, but we got to do a great job of tackling.
Deer Creek will pick up what is a first down on first down, so they'll move the chains immediately. Some score updates from around the league, that is. 9-18 and counting, hopefully a good sign for Broken Arrow in the 9-1-8. It is 17-7 Union over Mustang in the third quarter. Westmore on the road to take on Norman, find themselves down 34-14 as well. Those are the only other two active scores tonight. Colby Crosby on the tackle there, second down now.
And Luke, I'm going to try to look at this little play right here on that fourth down play. I know Deer Creek's run a little fast right here, but that on fourth down play, let's see. Yeah, if he goes low and away to Octavian, he has Octavian right there for a touchdown.
So the Tigers missed their chance, and a handoff on second down is a patient run up the middle for a first. It's going to move the chains again, and that clock's going to continue to roll.
Yeah, continue to roll. Obviously, Deer Creek's been running the football, and it's uncharacteristic of Deer Creek to run the football the way they've been running the football tonight. Obviously, their quarterback's the guy that's been leading them all along throughout the season, but their running game has really done a good job tonight by controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage, and playing playoff football.
Deer Creek has moved the chains on 3 plays twice already, and Yombi is shut down on first down. Second and what looks to be 9 yards.
Got to keep fighting right here. 7:56 left in the game right here. So I mean, there's opportunities. Obviously, you still got to play your game, play defense, tackle well, get them in situations where they can punt the football right here in the next couple downs.
Second down and 9 becomes that much more important to stop the run game. And another big open field tackle by Colby Crosby.
Big time.
Third
Colby
and 9.
Crosby. Big time tackle right there. Forcing the play. What he did right there, he forced the play, played the edge, came in, made a tackle. Now it's third down and long.
He rolls for an extra yard. 3rd and 8. They give it to him. And here comes the play of the night for the defense. Upcoming. It is moments like these that you want players on the field that want to be a part of the play. Tigers in a prowl. Motion here from Yombi, and do we have a timeout called? It is Broken Arrow calling that timeout, recognizing the moment they need things to be perfect, but they're down to just one timeout, trailing in a game with 7:07 left.
Well, and I mean, obviously you get a defensive timeout right there, but I mean, I don't want to harp on that last play, but I don't know what Jeremiah was looking at. He's played a great game tonight. I mean, he has a passer rating of 155, 16-24 for a $196, 2 touchdowns. But that one crucial pick right there down inside the 5-yard line, you had Octavian right there. The defender was behind Octavian. You throw it low and away. You put it right on Octavian's numbers. This could be a different ball game. But I think that right there, if we don't come out on top on that, that could be a play that could live in Broken Arrow infamy of the 24 season right there.
Without a doubt, it is a play that was moments away from creating a chance to tie the football game that turned right around with a ball at the 20-yard line for Deer Creek the other way. 7:07 left, 3rd and 8, and you're still in a spot to get the football back realistically if you come up strong here. Man coverage on top and bottom of the screen. Little bit of a secondary lapse is what Deer Creek's looking for. One-on-one battle, deep, ball is dropped. My word.
What? Hey, that is great right there. I mean, obviously he doesn't give up. He makes contact with him. The guy just flat out drops the football. Hey, the football gods are with us right now. We just got 6 minutes and 59 seconds left in the game right now. Hey, that could be a play that's going to come back and haunt Deer Creek for a while right there, ladies and gentlemen. But we have to do our job to get this football back, go down and score a touchdown. But, hey, great hustle play by Hudson Lott. He was beat. He made contact with the receiver. The receiver just didn't concentrate on making the catch. And right now we're getting the football back.
Grady Adamson can throw a pretty football, without a doubt. That was a dime, but it goes off the hands of his receiver, and it now results in the Tigers getting a chance with the ball back for redemption. It is a flag, as you mentioned on the play. We're trying to figure out where this direction will go. A lot of flags thrown in this playoff round 1. A lot of flags. The Tigers get off the field. Some benefit allowed there with the drop pass for sure. In fact, that's a touchdown for Deer Creek, if not.
Yeah, solid one on Broken Arrow. So that's okay right here. We go. Let's run the football. Let's get physical up front.
Roberson is stopped as soon as he hits the line, but that line does push ahead for him to get at least a yard on the game. 2nd down and long.
Well, this is big time right here. You're given another chance to save your season right here. Like I said, all roads right now leads to week 2 of the playoffs to that school over there off of 169 North. So obviously you want to take care of business tonight. 6:25 left in the game. So let's just go out here and hey, kind of open up the playbook a little bit. Take our time, go methodically down the field, put the ball in Jeremiah's hands.
Sitemba has his man down the sideline, and there it is, a 1st down near midfield.
And Zay Matthews-Bedreau, once again, I don't think there's a corner right now in the state that can take care of him. He's done a great job getting down the field, going vertical. He's one of the fastest teams, once again, like I said, one of the fastest guys in the state. And he gets a 1st down for us.
Tigers want to work quickly, rolling out to the right. Sitemba might have an option, but decides to run it. He'll get to the outside, and another flag thrown. This might be coming back.
Sitemba's kind of reeling a little bit right there.
And this is one of those penalties you look back on, not necessary, as Sitemba's well away from pressure. And if it's a hold, the Tigers are not going to be happy. Jeremiah Sitemba is down at the 45-yard line.
It might be his leg or his knee. He's reeling big time. He's not doing good.
We'll take a break. It is an injury timeout. Jeremiah Sitemba down on the field at the moment. An 8-point game, and the Tigers driving right now at a big spot. We'll be back on ArrowVision.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
If you and your family have been waiting for the perfect time to jump into your dream home, it's here. We make buying a new home as easy as it is exciting with quick credit approvals and great rates. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Around the clock, throughout eastern Oklahoma, we're devoted to improving the health of our communities, our home. We are your friends and neighbors. We are the people of St. Francis.
Just a reminder, there'll come a time that they can no longer share a bedroom. That's why we have a complete array of home loans, so that dream of more space can come true, right on time. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
The Tigers still have some work to do as we come back here on ArrowVision, but it is Preston Carter to come in at quarterback as Jeremiah Sitemba helped off of the field during that injury timeout. Will allow the second string man to get the job done. 1st down, he's running it up the middle, and it's 2nd and long. Here we go, Preston Carter. Let's let everybody know what this kid can do here, and a little report on him from what we've seen this year. Big spot.
Big spot for him right here. I mean, obviously Jeremiah goes out with a right leg injury. Preston's coming in. He's obviously the guy, the reliever in the bullpen. So he's the number 2 guy. So Preston has to come in, and he has to lead this Tiger team to a victory right here. So we'll see what he can do with his arm. He's got a nice deep ball.
Preston Carter rolls out to his right. He'll chuck this one wobbling up in the air, and it's popped off of the hands of the DB, incomplete. And it'll set up 3rd down and 17. St. Matthews-Bedreau, the intended receiver on that one.
And it looks like Jeremiah's back in, ladies and gentlemen.
So Carter coming out after 2 plays from scrimmage. Jeremiah Sitemba, after being helped off of the field, has worked his leg back to a condition where he's going to trot back on out.
And the thing about it, it could have been a cramp, Luke. I mean, it could have been a cramp. It could have been a severe cramp. A lot of people don't understand. And in cold weather games like this, you still got to stay hydrated. You still got to do the right things to put the electrolytes in your body. He's exerting a lot of energy tonight, so could have been a severe cramp. But he's back, and he's showing he's the leader of this team.
Only 1 timeout left. The Tigers trying on 3rd and 17. Ball down the middle.
Oh,
and it's caught.
Gosh.
Is it going to be in the end zone? A touchdown. He scores. Hey. Octavian Roberson. My goodness. Over the middle. Sitemba coming back into the ball game. finds his man.
What a play right there. Oh, my goodness. Hey, let's go. Hey, you go out with a right leg injury. You come back in. Hey, coach, let me throw it deep. Octavian just gets behind the defense right there, streaks down the field, throws a nice, beautiful pass right there. He gets underneath the touchdown, Agent Zero.
A 2-point conversion. It is inevitable, and it is upcoming. The Tigers remember back to a game on the road in Mustang earlier in the year where they were kept out of the end zone on a 2-point conversion in overtime. It was a regular season game. It wasn't something that was going to end their year. The Tigers look upon this to try to tie the game in regulation in the fourth in the playoffs. Satemba rolling out to his right, gets away from pressure. Now has to try to get rid of it. Lobbing high into the air.
Touchdown.
And it's dropped.
Oh!
In the back of the end zone, a chance to come down with it, and the Tigers have this one fall out of their hands.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay right there. It's okay. 4 minutes and 56 seconds left, 21-19. Hey, we're fine right here. We're fine. Defense is playing great. Like I said, gave up 21 points so far, and that's well below their average of the season. So we're confident in our defense. But what a play! What a series by Jeremiah Satemba. I mean, he goes out with a right leg injury. Preston Carter comes in for a couple plays. Jeremiah comes in, throws a dot, drops it into the basket to Agent Zero, and now we're into the ball game where it's 21-19. Deer Creek.
You go back to the details of the game. A simple extra point, it seems like it's semantics, but it's never semantics.
Yeah.
The Tigers have one blocked in the first half, and you look upon this ball game and think, is that going to cost you later on? Well, the story's not over yet, but the Tigers now trail by 2 instead of being tied up 21-all. 4:56 to go.
4:56. I mean, and we've talked about it. Special teams is a third of the game, but to me, it's the most important part of the game because now you got a situation where you got a blocked field goal and you got to go for 2, and obviously Deer Creek held up right there. But hey, there's more than enough time left in this game. We got one timeout left, 4 minutes and 56 seconds left. We just got to stop Deer Creek right here and do not let them run the clock down.
The Tigers will kick away, and this Broken Arrow defense trying to bail out the special teams tonight is the task in a sense. 21-19 in round 1 of the 6A-1 playoffs.
Man, you just got to kick it away right here. Put it deep, Nick.
Low kick, it squibs, it bounces, it rolls, and it's picked up. The Tigers will look to try to fall on top of this one. They can't wrap up, and near the 50-yard line and more, Deer Creek moves into plus territory. Poor tackling on the kickoff leads to an advantageous play for the Antlers.
Finally brought down by number 29, King Lowles, and number 30, Austin Brown.
So the Tigers squib kick that one. What thought to be maybe an advantage with the ball rolling around turns to be in Deer Creek's favor, and here we go.
And great save by Caden Lawless and Austin Brown right there on kind of saving something that could have been very traumatic for our team right there. But, hey, once again, it's on Coach Holly's defense right here. Done a great job only giving up 21 points right here, so it's on our defense right here, Luke.
Adamson wants to go short with this pass early on. He finds Davis on first down, picks up a handful. Second to go.
Looks like it's just tackled by Ben Neal and Messiah Owens right there.
Number 80, Ben Neal. Gain of 3. Second down and 7 for the Antlers.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Playoff action. I love it. This is what it's about right here. Oklahoma High School football.
Handoff, breaking away from tackler, still moving on his feet. It's going to be third down and short.
Looks like Lamont's on the tackle right there, but that was a great job. He's slow to get up right there, but hey, great job by Hudson Lott on forcing that. Hudson ran that play right into Lamont right there. Kept the running back going lateral. He was dancing around, and we make the play. It's still third down. Still got a shot right here.
Here is Adamson Grady Adamson on 3rd and 4. He can use his legs and his arm. He'll throw. Sharp pass. Backed off over the middle.
Come on, Messiah.
There it is.
Come on,
Messiah Owens to try to return this one back past the 40. 45-yard line. Messiah Owens. An interception over the middle. And the Tigers have the football back with 3:59 to go, down by 2.
This is great, Luke. This is great. Messiah reading the quarterback like he's supposed to do. And the coverage that we were in, he read the quarterback, came across, picked the pass, made a nice little run. Hey, now the game is in our hands. 3 minutes and 59 seconds left. First down, Broken Arrow.
The 46-yard line in Broken Arrow territory is where this drive will start. And every moment you look back upon that you thought might have been a chance to take the lead for the Tigers could all lead to the final 3:59, taking that first advantage of the night. Here's Sitemba and this Tiger offense for yet again another opportunity to do so. 46-yard line, and the ball snapped the handoff up the middle. Roberson bounces out wide right side, still on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds after what is 6 yards on first. A flag thrown, and this could be an issue for Broken Arrow again.
Come on, JJ. That was uncalled for. That was
boy, oh boy, the
uncalled
discipline in
for.
spots like this. Frustration continues.
Jeez, that was uncalled for. It really was. I mean, that's you said it best, Luke. I mean, it's discipline. You got a nice little run on first down. You already the plays in front of you. The plays in front of you. Your guy's already out of bounds, and then you want to just do something a little cheap right there. I mean, you're on somebody else's turf, so just go ahead and live for another play. I mean, now it's second down and long, and we're playing behind the chains once again.
The Tigers now 123 penalty yards in the game. It has been a storyline for sure in this playoff game. Sitemba rolls out, top side, floats one, and it's a bad pass wide of Jaden Garcia, incomplete. And it will be
He's got a
still long.
Got a good little bit out there. I mean, Garcia had some green right there. If he gets the pass right on Garcia's numbers, Garcia can turn it up. Good, nice little game. Get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, and we're sitting at about 3rd and 10. But right now we're sitting 3rd and about 18. Ball on the 38-yard line.
With one timeout to go in the game, the Tigers may be looking at 4-down territory. It'll all depend on what happens here on 3rd, seemingly. In a 2-point game, Sitemba has some time at the line, but has to step up. He'll run it himself. Jeremiah Sitemba is absolutely blown up in the open field, but is able to make it 4th down and manageable upcoming. Sitemba has taken a beating as of late, but will head right back to his assignment.
Hey, you try to make a move right there. Like the kids always say, that's a little boomstick hit right there, but it's 4th down. You can erase all that right there and get the first down right here. So we'll see what the play call is right here, Luke.
3:26 to go. That clock is moving.
Looks like we can go empty set.
Empty set upcoming. 3 options at the top side, 1 to the near side, that being Tayshawn Jones' way. The Tigers have to stay disciplined at the line, 4th down and 8. Possibly the season on the line out of the hands of Sitemba, and it is swatted down at the line for the first time tonight. This defensive line makes a play like that, and it's a turnover on downs.
Hey, they collapse the pocket right there. Sent pressure, collapse the pocket, blurred Jeremiah's vision, got their hands up, blocked the pass. We got 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. Still enough time. Defense has to go out there. Let's make another big play. I know Deer Creek's going to come out here and try to run the football, but let's just go back. Messiah makes a big play. I mean, the football is the ebb and flow. Football is a game of situations. Messiah makes a big play. Then you get another play after that. Octavian's out of bounds as we're running the play right here. I'll tackle.
Deer Creek, a 1st down run that is near the 1st down marker. Believe they'll give them credit. It is 1st and 10. 3 minutes to go. 1 timeout left. As we mentioned, you really cannot afford another moving of the chains.
You can't. And the thing about it is, I mean, it goes back to the personal foul penalty. I mean, you got an offensive lineman that wants to sit up there and throw a cheap shot, and it costs you right there. So when we look back on this game, whether it be tonight or whether it be a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 6 months from now, I mean, those things will come back to haunt you right there.
The Tigers will be looking back at this game regardless of the end result at what the penalties have done to their flow tonight. 2:50 and counting. Taking their time, still 13 on the play clock. Adamson has a man to his left in the shotgun. The snap and the handoff up the middle, trying to push ahead on that line. It's going to be second down after a gain of 1. A good stop there. That's all you can ask for in a game that's going to milk down, and perfection is needed on the defensive side.
And we're almost there. I mean, now we got looks like we got second down and 9. They're going to milk the clock. 27 seconds left on the play clock. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left. And obviously, if you look at the stats, I mean, it's big time swayed towards Broken Arrow's way. And I mean, but it's the situations that put us in what we are right now. You can't have what we have when it comes to the penalties.
Motion, and now an empty set. It's going to be a direct run for Adamson. Adamson's going to take off. He's got some space to run, and he's going to be short of the first down. There it is.
Timeout.
Do we have the final timeout being taken by the Tigers?
Yeah.
We do.
Here's the season right here.
You are absolutely right. The mathematics would say so. The season on the line with 3rd and 3. And this most likely is 4-down territory as well. So you have 2 plays upcoming that you'll have to deal with if you're this defense.
Well, I mean, you can look back at a lot of things, Luke. I mean, you can look back at the beginning of the game where Octavian started the game off with a beautiful run, and we had some things go off and we don't put points on the board. Deer Creek does what they have to do. Then you go back to the 4th down play where you had Octavian right there at the near pylon, and you don't make the play right there. You throw an interception in the end zone to where you got offensive linemen throwing a cheap shot. I mean, there's a multitude of mistakes that have been made tonight.
There certainly has. The details of the game you cannot take for granted, including everything from what is a routine extra point. A handoff, 3rd down and 3 yards to go, reaching on ahead, and that is a first down that may seal this game tonight. The Tigers, in what was a game they went back and forth with Deer Creek in, is going to come down to the difference of a blocked extra point, a missed 2-point conversion on a dropped pass, and a blocked pass at the line of scrimmage on a 4th down tonight. A lot of other things you can look back at that made a difference this evening. But there are certain moments that dawn upon your memory more than others tonight, and it is victory formation for Deer Creek. A handoff, rather, instead is going to go for no gain, hardly. And the clock will milk down a Deer Creek football team that came in, of course, the favorite tonight. They had a tough schedule down the stretch in the regular season, but Broken Arrow certainly made this one difficult to deal with tonight. It was a 4-6 regular season, and you needed to come play spoiler tonight, and it looks like it was just a little bit too shy in the details of the game.
Well, and it's the mistakes of the penalties. I mean, and anytime we've had a loss like this, I'll even take it back to the Mustang game. I mean, I know that you take it back to that game, but that's the last time we had that many penalties with this amount of yardage. I'll give it up to Deer Creek. They survived some adversity throughout this game. We shut them out in this quarter. We only put 6 points on the board, but it's just one of those deals where this is one of those games where I hate to see the seniors go out like this.
Certainly so. It is a somber moment for any senior. There is only one team at every level that gets to win their last game as a senior, and that is the state championship seniors at the end of every year. It is the Tigers who entered this season coming off of a 3-7 year and a 7-point round 1 playoff loss to improving by a game of a 4-6 regular season in what was even shyer, more shy that is, of a playoff loss this year, just by 2 somber points this evening. That is a 21-19 defeat on the road at Deer Creek in the Edmond, Oklahoma City area. And as you go out west, and it's always a difficult task, and tonight it is something that we will have to reflect on for next year's 2024 comes to an end for the Tigers season.
Well, one thing I will say, Luke, I mean, you look at the stats. I mean, we pretty much doubled them. Total yardage, pass yardage, rush yardage. But the penalties will stick out. 13 for 123 for us, 6 for 48 for them. Obviously, we did a great job on average yards for completion with 15.8. But it's just going to come down to some things seeing on film that it's going to be the play here, the play there, the personal foul penalty here, the personal foul penalty there. And those are things that you can't have in the playoff game here in the state of Oklahoma if you want to advance to the next week when it comes to the playoffs here in the state of Oklahoma. So, but one thing I will say is I like to tell those seniors in the class of 25, Cole Lamont, Nate Martin, Don Fryer, Garcia, Mason Silver, those were the kids that I had whenever I first came back into Broken Arrow back in 2019, 2020. And I just want to let those guys know that I love them. I'm praying for them, and I want them to know that big things are ahead of them. This is something that you need to look back on and understand adversity is going to be out there. But go out there in this world and be successful, and I can't wait to see you down the road, fellas.
It is the completion of the fruition of a lot of hard work, not just by these student athletes, but by their parents alongside them just as well. And although tonight comes to an end, the Tigers season finishes 4-7 in total after a 21-19 final as the Deer Creek Antlers find a way to pick up their victory. Of course, through all of this, we want to thank everyone for having joined us all season long. It is certainly a pleasure on our end to have our opportunity to host you all through your televisions, through your radio sets as well. For myself, Luke Hamilton, alongside me, Maurice Wallace, and of course downstairs as well, we want to thank our one club sponsors who we've thanked all year long, that being Quick Trip, St. Francis Health System, the ArrowVision Group, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Shields TTCU, Tulsa Bone and Joint, and BAPS Foundation. For all of us here at ArrowVision, our wonderful student crew behind the scenes, Blake Shai and Antonio Hurling as well, helping produce our productions, and our director, Greg Spencer, we bid you a good night, and we thank you for having joined us throughout this 2024 campaign. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.